by well, we're gonna find out because we're sure gonna ask them, see what they got to say. This is for record. We reserve all of our rights. We're about to let them know that. Still as it came to the window. Yep. Put your meditation on. And here comes our public servant. Lock the doors.
They are.
Hey, can you write it down for me?
It's correct.
You got enough?
Okay.
We reserve all our rights under the United States Constitution, Uniform Commercial Code 1-308.
We wish not to contract with you. Get the United States Marshal or your supervisor.
Straight up.
Okay, you ever license proof insurance on you?
We don't need it. We don't wish to contract with you.
I do not contract with you. I'm God.
We have the right to travel. I'm a passenger. We reserve all of our rights.
I don't have any weapons. I'll only stop because you have a weapon and I'm scared.
The reason I stopped you, you're going 38 in a Mark 20 mile an hour zone.
Now, is there
Registration lights.
Is there
injured party? Is there a warrant? Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are being detained.
Being detained for what?
Speeding.
Speeding? I don't even understand that. I do not understand. I do not comprehend you. Are you a public servant? You got three. Unless you have an attorney, I wish not to speak with you.
Okay, sir. Unfortunately, that's not how this works.
Cite the vehicle. Cite the vehicle.
That is how this
Did you take an oath upon the Constitution?
Yes, I did.
All right. Then I need a United States Marshal. I do wish not to contract with you.
We reserve all of our rights.
I reserve all my rights.
What are you looking at my car for? You have no right to do so.
Cite the vehicle.
Cite the vehicle.
Or get a United States Marshal or get your boss.
Can you answer me this question?
I don't need to answer with you. You talk to an attorney. Attorney in fact, your color of law. We speak facts. Is there an injured party? I have the right to face my accuser. Can you prove the city of Monroe exists? Is there a land deed? Is there? Come on, man. I know the law.
Yes, sir. Are you the registered owner of the vehicle?
I don't register anything. I am a living soul. I wish not to contract with you. You speak to my attorney. Attorney in fact. Where's your attorney?
Okay, go ahead and maintain right there for me, okay?
Am I free to go? Am I being detained?
These are our public servants at work. Check them out.
Okay, sir. Look,
Who are you?
I'm Officer James.
Are you a public servant?
Yes, I am.
That means I'm the master, so I ask the questions. I need 3 forms of identification, or I wish not to contract with you. I said I would want your attorney to speak to my attorney in fact. You're still questioning me. That's violating my constitutional rights.
No, sir. Okay.
Yes, it
Look,
is.
Here's the deal. Okay? I'm going to be cooperative. I appreciate your side of this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your point of view.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to explain something to you real
Yes, sir.
quick, okay? This is a lawful traffic stop. Okay? That's all this is.
Is that a fact?
It's a lawful traffic stop.
You would attest to that in court.
It's 38 and 20, okay?
How do I know who you are? I need to see identification.
If there's something to this you want to debate, the time to do that would be in court, okay?
I'm scared because you have a gun. That's the only reason why I'm stopping.
Both my hands are right here, okay?
All right.
Both my hands are right here.
All right.
Okay?
It's to my understanding that
there's no reason to fear me, okay?
All right. I'm not saying that, but I stopped because of a gun. I want you to know that.
As long as you cooperate.
And to my understanding and overstanding, Monroe City is in debt. United States filed bankruptcy, so this doesn't even exist.
Not to my understanding.
That's to my understanding. I'm keen in the law.
So here's what we need, okay? You
Bills of
cooperate with me,
exchange
we're gonna
act.
cooperate with you, okay?
I'm not contracting with you whatsoever. I said speak to my attorney.
It's not a contract.
You can
man.
do what
I'm
you
just asking
want.
for your cooperation.
You're a debt collector. It's not my fault you don't know the law.
Okay, so here's the thing. All I need is just your name.
I don't care what you need. Brother, my name's God. Write it down. G-O-D, write Lucifer, write whatever you need. I'm part of the people of the Constitution. If you don't understand the Constitution, you should have took an oath to uphold it.
If you're gonna do anything,
Am I being detained?
cite the vehicle.
This time, you need to identify, sir.
I told you I'm God.
You do have to identify.
Am I part of the Constitution? I'm part of God. You talk to my attorney. Anything I say can be used against me, so talk to my attorney.
Okay, sir.
Am I free to go? Am I being detained? That's the only questions I need to know. Where's the injured party? Bring forth the injured party. If I'm being detained, then I'm free to go. Am I free to go?
No, sir, you're not.
So why are you keeping me here?
Identify.
So you're keeping me held hostage?
You're not being...
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I'm a traveler. You're hampering me from traveling. I'm on record. He's hampering me from traveling. He's telling me I'm not free to go.
And he said,
I have nothing further to say to you. Get the United States Marshals, then we can talk. Am I free to go?
No, sir, you're not.
Then we don't have nothing left to speak. Bye. We don't have nothing left to say. Bye. Unless I'm free to go, you tell me I'm free to go, then we can wrap. You the public servant, I'm the master. I ask the questions. Am I free to go?
No, sir, you're not.
Then when I'm free to go, when you come back and talk to me when I'm free to go.
Here's the thing.
Listen, come back and talk to me when I'm free to
You
go.
were being very cooperative with me there for a second, okay?
Come back, because I'm not contracting with you. I told you that.
No, you were being cooperative.
My name is God.
That's all I'm asking for.
Do you pray?
Speak with
You
me.
pray to me. That's who you pray to. When you go on your knees, you pray to me. You're a public servant. You took an oath about the Constitution. I'm the people. That's who I am. That's all you need to know. I took an oath of allegiance to Missouri.
Look, you were speeding, okay?
I don't understand any of that.
Then cite the vehicle so we can go about our
I
business
don't
and quit doing
understand
this.
any of that.
You can't decide a vehicle.
Yes, you can.
All right,
Yes,
so you took an oath of the Constitution?
I need...
Where in the Constitution does it say I can't speed?
It says that in state statute.
State
I don't
statutes
understand
don't
statutes.
exist. State statutes do not exist.
We ain't gotta explain the law to him. I reserve all my rights on the United States Constitution. You're hampering me from traveling.
States weren't even existing when the Constitution was erected.
If you want to handle this in court, we can. Cite the vehicle.
Cite the vehicle, we'll see you in court.
We'll handle it in court.
Cite the vehicle, we'll handle you in court.
Call it. Do I need to call the marshals? You want me to call the United States Marshals?
I cannot cite the vehicle.
Well, get the state trooper or the marshals.
They
Do what
will.
You do. Come on, man.
They'll cite the vehicle all day
Listen,
long. You know they will, man.
You understand the Constitution, bro.
Or just give us a warning. We won't speed and we're going on about our business, one way or another.
I do this, bro. Done did it too many times. So you can do it your way or we can do it my way, bro. I don't care. I told you I'm God, so I don't give a fuck, bro. I stopped because you got a gun. I don't want you to shoot
We
me.
can have our day in court. Hey, we can have our day in court. Cite the vehicle, we'll have our day in court. That's lawful. If you know the law and you uphold it, that's lawful.
Check my.
What you want to do?
Okay.
Check the fictitious name. You see that it's all fictitious. Dang, these motherfuckers is deep.
Over what they said was just a speeding violation.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Where's that at in the Constitution?
Okay, sir.
Well, this is very frustrating. I almost wish I didn't pick this video for the intro. Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Watch. Very excited to be back with you today. We will of course finish this video, but I just wanted to jump in because oh boy, that's Don Kalam. You guys remember Don Kalam, the guy with the kind of like broccoli hair who has the grills and he's trying to sell people on his Sovsit grift? This is him getting stopped by the police. He apparently has never heard of speeding, so that's good. That's good if you're operating a motor vehicle and you're unfamiliar with the concept of speeding. We are on a hype train, so if you want to help out the hype train, you can always use bits, subs, or gift subs. Let's see what I missed here in chat. How is everyone doing today? Sorry that the stream started and stopped. I realized that I accidentally had the title from the last stream on there, so I had to restart to fix it. Sorry about that. Deep Sea Socialism with 100 bits says, if you could summon a funny cartoon bug to dance and celebrate and shake maracas for you, which bug would you choose? Praying mantis. A very large praying mantis, I think would be good. Alternatively, a really big tarantula, because, like, I'm afraid of spiders and tarantulas, but I think if I had one as, like, a magical, basically a familiar, I think I'd get less scared of spiders, or at least that particular spider. Huge Assel, thanks for 40 months, says, I'm a subscriber, bitch, you're fucked. Bumble Homestead, thanks for 75 months, says, I'm contracting with Hannah. I am not God. That's right, I am. At least of this stream. Quasispec, thank you so much for 1,000 bits, getting us over level 1 of the hype train, and that catches us all up. You want to eat Baja's head? No, the question wasn't what bug would I want to be. The question was what bug would you want to be able to have appear and do like a little celebration for you. I'm not going to be a bug. I don't want to be in a Kafka book. In fact, I've read that one. It does not sound fun. That book does not make turning into an insect sound very fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue this video, and then we'll get on to the other opposite stuff.
Now I say I want to talk to my attorney.
Okay.
Now I say I want to talk to my attorney. You can talk to...
What's your bugs?
Have your
The idea that everyone needs some kind of Sona for anything that exists is such a funny idea. Guys, what's your Blu-ray Sona? I think that my Blu-ray Sona is I'm actually the collected 4K Knight Rider collection. That's my Blu-ray Sona. Nemesaur, thank you so much for gifting 10 tier 1 subs.
You haven't even told
69% to level 4. Nice.
me who you work for. You haven't even shown me no identification.
I'm Officer James from the Monroe City Police Department.
Never heard of him. Hey, talk to my attorney and have your attorney give me a business card.
He stopped you for speeding. He may have just given you a warning if you weren't a weirdo about it and keep calling yourself God. Also weird that you say you keep pulling over because they have a gun and you're scared. God is afraid of guns? That's pretty cool. I am now in favor of more guns. Sweet Lily Love with 100 bits says, Jimothy sends love from Seattle. Dillis Pillar says, my vote is for a jumping spider with maracas. That's pretty good. Harold Ebelman with a 10-stream streak says 10 streams. Dad's surgery today went well. 3 tiny clips are on his mitral valve, so it doesn't prolapse anymore. Censors self from easy jokes. Me too. And after a day of observation, he'll get to deal with my mother at home rather than be at the hospital. Well, I'm glad that things went well. Hope everything continues to go well throughout his recovery. Stonecore Bell, thank you so much for gifting a sub as well.
I have my attorney reach out.
They almost have the truck from the show restored. Nice. I know you told me about that when they purchased the vehicle to restore.
I don't have a business card.
Yeah, God was incapable of having power over iron chariots in the Old Testament in one story.
Doors ain't unlocked.
Iron was a relatively new thing at the time. And the idea of an omnipotent God was not as common back then.
Look, here's the thing. You could already be out of here by now.
I don't care.
If you just give us your name.
You're the public servant. I'm the master.
Jay's a Proxy says, do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created on earth? Also, 1 year, 100 days, 335 to go. It's a sweet Spy Kids 2 quote drop.
Master, you took an oath that hold the Constitution.
Buscemi is great, by the way. Buscemi does not get enough credit for every movie he's in, he makes better, I think. Have you seen Ghost World? Watch Ghost World.
Give us your name, date of birth.
And then I tell you I have my right to remain silent. I want to talk to my attorney. Why you still harassing me, public servant? Why you still harassing me with your gun on your hip?
Sir, you were pulled over for speeding.
For real, y'all got guns on your hips. Dude tattoo look like you just got out of prison. I'm scared to death. I don't know who y'all are. Show me
Noah said very Midwesternly. I know, my brain broke because Mike Staklasa says ghost like ghost. He very overdoes it as a joke, and now it's just in my head, and now I can't say ghost normally without going ghost. Dillis Filler says, I don't think Nietzsche meant God died of police brutality.
some identification. Show me something you took an oath to uphold the Constitution, because you still harassing me. I'm a Fourth Amendment. Be secure
You are a Fourth Amendment.
in your property, correct? So why are you harassing me?
We're not harassing.
I reserve all my rights.
He's gonna cut at the end of this video before he gets the ticket, right? Because this is part of the grift for his show, so there's no way he actually shows what happens, right? Stone Corbell with 100 bits says, Ghost! Gets us over level 4. Thank you.
So another one just pulled up.
To him. Real talk. I'm about to just roll the window up.
All types of police officers. Wow, look at this intimidation tactic.
Okay, sir.
Now I say I want to talk to my attorney.
Okay.
Now I say I want to talk to
Thank you, Nemesaur, for protecting us from soldiers quartering in our homes.
my attorney. You can talk to, have your attorney. You haven't even told me who you work for. You haven't shown me no identification.
I'm Officer James from the Monroe City Police Department.
Never heard of him. Hey, talk to my attorney and have your attorney give me a business card. I have my attorney reach out.
I don't have
I'll have my attorney reach out for this speeding ticket. Very normal behavior.
a
Oh,
business card.
Doors ain't unlocked.
Look, here's the thing. You could already be out of here by now.
I don't care.
If you just give us your name.
You're the public servant. I'm the master. You took an oath to uphold the Constitution.
Just give us your name, date of birth.
And didn't I tell you I have my right to remain silent? I want to talk to my attorney. Why are you still harassing me, public servant?
That's not how any of this works. You're in a traffic stop. You're required to provide identifying information, your insurance, registration, and driver's license at minimum. Many states also have inspection stickers that need to be up to date. You don't have a right to not give that information. That's not what your Fifth Amendment covers.
Why are you still harassing me with your gun on your hip?
I'm sorry, where do you want him to put it? We're in America, we know cops have guns.
For real,
you're not shocking anyone by being like, oh my god, did you know that consequences for breaking the law come at the point of violence? Yes, it's the law. We're humans. Yep.
Got guns on your hips. Dude tattoo look like you just got out of prison. I'm scared to death. I don't know who you are. Show me some identification. Show me something you took an oath to uphold the Constitution, because you still harassing me. I'm a Fourth Amendment.
Oh my god, he's totally gonna cut this before the conclusion. What a dishonest pussy.
Be secure in your property, correct? So why are you harassing me?
We're not harassing.
I reserve all my rights on Uniform Commercial Code 1-308.
Oh my god, and he did cut it. It looped. Holy shit, he cut it before showing what actually happened. What a shitbag. What an absolute shitbag. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do next. Oh boy, I have stuff pulled up for today. Whew. What one do I want? We have some written stuff from Mel. We have a multi-million-dollar lawsuit that a sovereign citizen we've covered before has filed. We could do Chili. Chili has a little discussion with some cops.
Maybe someone, an officer gets...
Let's see how this goes. Reminder that he was arrested recently again and is asking people, how's this GoFundMe doing, actually? He got another stupid arrest recently. That was his fault, but it was kind of a dumb arrest, whatever.
Maybe someone...
Trying to see if I can find the link for the GoFundMe, because he started a GoFundMe like he does every time he's arrested to start a bullshit lawsuit. And it's how he makes money, at least one of the ways. Hold on, I want to find the video. Minute left on the hype train. And then I can see how the GoFundMe is doing, because I am curious if he got to his goal yet. He was about halfway there the other day. Yep, here it is. Link to the GoFundMe. 8,000 out of 15, so a little bit more. I don't know if he's actually going to hit his goal this time. That's actually kind of crazy. Did he finally wring his audience of enough money that they're going to stop? At least some of them. Didn't his YouTube channel get yoinked a couple weeks ago? I don't remember that. If it did, it was temporary.
You know, I appreciate that, actually. Do you know that? Like I really appreciate that. That makes me happy to see.
Can werewolves have chocolate? I'm gonna say yes. I think they can.
Oh, you got new headgear. Can I see that? Can I see that headgear? That's great. That is great. That's great. Matter of fact, I have one of those on my wish list. I'm gonna have coming out. Can I look at that? Is that okay?
The head cams are pretty good. Don't disagree with that. Often there's a problem that we found with body cams where you can't necessarily see everything because it's kind of like stationary on the chest. So the only angle you're going to get is lower than eye line, and it's probably going to be, if you're in some sort of altercation or struggle, you can't really see what's going on when you're close to a person. You're just going to get chest shots. So some places have started doing the head cameras so it can kind of move around with where the officer is looking and stuff, give us a better perspective. So in terms of body cams, that's not a bad thing.
Can I just look at it? I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to show the people. you know.
And vampires have pesto? Is there garlic in it? Then no. Just because it's an ingredient doesn't make it not garlic. Assuming we're going by the vampires can't eat garlic rules.
Hey, I like the headgear, man. I really like it.
We're with the city of Muskogee. This is just a halo wax on body cam, just goes around your head. That way you can see everything. Or you know, car pursuit and stuff like that. You can catch it all instead of being on the chest.
Right, because on your chest, like this, if you put your arms out in front and you're shooting,
Right.
we can't see what you're doing. What's really, but that makes it so that we can really see it.
Right.
Dude, this is Officer Cochran, everybody, with the Muskogee Police Department. Yep.
This is pretty funny because he, of course, does his torture cuffs thing, and he's like, if it's not torture, why don't one of you put them on? Would you be surprised to find that one of the cops does indeed put on handcuffs and does not feel like he's being tortured?
Muskogee Police Department, and Officer Wisdom with the Muskogee Police Department, and Patrolman Colbert with the Police Department. What do you guys think about changing handcuffs?
Is the vampire rule a none at all, or is it a potency rule? Probably depends on if the vampire in question is magic-based, curse-based, or some sort of more medical, down-to-earth zombie thing, or it's a disease.
Changing handcuffs to straps and putting them.
Not a big fan of vampirism as a disease, by the way, as a trope. It's magic. It's a folklore thing. They're vampires. Let them be magic. Let it be a curse. Let it be whatever.
In front, so that it's not immediate hatred. Because
I've never heard of anything like that.
you never heard anything like that.
No.
But have you been in handcuffs before?
I believe when I was like a teenager. Yeah, they're not comfortable. You know.
They're torture. It's the reason why I do what I do, because they put me in torture cuffs, and I tell you, you can do a lot of things to me. You put me in those torture cuffs, we're not friends annable. Well, you know it.
Hey,
you know it.
I know this. Just talking about normal handcuffs.
Is he aware that, like, as much as I know ACAB, all that, cops during their training are generally required to be handcuffed and pepper sprayed, and I think even tased. Like, that's part of the training, is them undergoing things that they will then do to suspects, so they have some context for what they're doing. So that is a thing. If you do not know, that is a thing.
You talking about something else?
Like, how do you think they train handcuffing people? They do it on each other.
Torture cuffs you have, the torture cuffs he has, the torture cuffs he has. All of them are torture. They're actually, they were...
Gratz with 48 months says, I've been bad. Handcuff me and torture me, officer. Loud ooh-woo. I will not yell ooh-woo. I will read the stage direction, though.
It's actually designed for slaves, to torture slaves. Yeah. And then the shorter the chain, you would be able to recognize if he was a bad slave, it was a really short chain, and if you were a better slave, you had a little longer chain. You would even be allowed to feed yourself, but sometimes they would cuff it so you couldn't reach to your...
Just a Peach with $1 says, what about vampires being Atlantis tech? I've never, ever seen that as a trope. I'm sure it exists. That seems like a specific reference. But I've not seen that in anything.
Own mouth. It's all about, it's about slavery. Yeah, you can watch it. You can watch it on my channel.
I understand and think it's fair to point out American policing's origins in slave catching, but I also think it's dishonest to act as though some sort of shackles did not exist prior to that. Law enforcement in one form or another has existed in every human society, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's been good and that it's all been great for everyone. But nonetheless, they have had reason to confine prisoners before, right? Shackles have existed. Things to confine people, even if it's just a piece of rope, have existed for a long time to confine people who are considered dangerous in certain specific contexts. Okay. Gothgeek Gaming says, clearly Chili isn't into anything fun in the bedroom.
We got to
no comment.
Change the cuffs. they got to go to a strap in front, and you also got to move to a camera detainment where you come up
Benikagami, thanks for 165 stream streak.
to me and you say, "Hey, sir, I got you on camera. Not gonna
From
touch
romance author Lindsay Sands, the Atlantis thing. Okay.
you. We gotta go
Dillis Filler says the earliest fetters found in archaeological excavations date from the prehistoric age.
talk."
I would imagine as long as humans have used tools, they have found a way to bind other people in certain situations. Like, have you met people? Sometimes people are crazy or want to kill someone or whatever. They need to be confined.
I got no weapons. I'll come because you're gonna tackle me, right? I'm going with you.
Depends on the situation.
You know it.
What, like if you're,
If you say you're coming with me, I'm coming with you, right? That's not gonna.
I would argue that some sort of confinement, safe confinement, is effectively necessary for law enforcement, because if you don't, what's the alternative? You just fight them until they get punched out? Like, what's the answer here when some people just won't submit for arrest, as we've seen here on stream many times? They're confused people. They're people making bad decisions.
Nothing's gonna stop it. If you say you're under arrest, I'm going, right?
oh well, yeah.
I'm going. Does everybody? You disagree?
Probable cause for an arrest.
If you have probable cause, I'm shoplifting, and you catch me, and I got the cookies in my coat, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to jail. You're gonna take me, right? We need to move to a camera detainment. You're under arrest. Do you want to come with me? I got you on camera.
Want to? I don't agree with that.
No, I don't want to come with you.
Well, that's
but
what I'm saying.
we got to
Nobody's
change.
gonna
Sorry, James, I can turn it down. Goth Geek Gaming says shackles are the primary connecting link in all manner of rigging systems, from boats and ships to industrial crane rigging, as they allow different rigging subsets to be connected or disconnected quickly, and other such info. And then there's a link to the Wikipedia on shackles. Thank you.
Of course you don't want to, but here's the choice. Either you come with me, or I throw you on the ground and put you in torture cuffs. What do you want to do?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if they're cooperative, we don't put them in handcuffs.
Right. Because like me, I'm for law and order, man. I'm for rule of law. So if you tell me you're under arrest because I backed into a car and drove away and I didn't know I hit and run, because that's arrestable, right? Then I would go, I have to go with you? Yeah. Okay, can I follow you in my car?
I got you.
That's delusional. I don't disagree that there are plenty of people who are honest and willing to accept consequences for their actions. They exist. I'd like to think I'm one of them if I was in like something like that, and hypothetically they're like, hey, you need to come to the department, and for some reason they were like, follow us in your car. I would do that because I'm not stupid, and I'm aware, A, I'm responsible for my own actions, and B, I'm aware they're not going to let me go if I try and run away. But the thing is, you don't know who's who, Chili. You don't know who's the person who's going to get in the car and follow you because they understand that, like, I fucked up, versus the person who's going to go, oh my god, they let me back in my car, I'm going to take them on a chase now. You don't know which is which, because people often lie. So because of that, you can't let people do that, even if most of them are responsible, decent people. It's not how it works.
Do you know what I mean? You don't need to impound my car. You got to go through the process of the paperwork, because that's how it is, right? Because then think about it, like, I'm in my 40s.
Like, let me put it this way. Like, when you go into a courthouse and you can't have certain items, like you can't have a knife when you go into a courthouse, right? Or a gun. It's not that everyone who goes into a courthouse with a pocket knife or something would do something with it. Most people would not. Most people aren't violent people to that degree. But you don't know who's who, which is why you can't let any weapons in, so you don't have to worry about that and constantly worry about deciphering who's doing what. We do not know you.
Right?
Yeah.
Do I want to flee?
But we can't know that. We have
But a lot of people do.
Right. Well, a lot of people do, but look where you're taking them. Look where they're going. They're going to they're going to a dungeon. They're going to the worst place ever. They're going to the worst place you could ever go to.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't like that, so they're going to try and run away. Like, I understand it. I wouldn't do it, but I understand it psychologically. You're freaked out. You probably are in, like, fight or flight mode, right? And some people flee, and they shouldn't. But nonetheless, that's why you mitigate it.
There's no, the worst day out here, the worst day I've ever had here, beats the best day in the dungeon. It beats it every time.
I've literally had people take me for taking them to jail so they can get some food.
Well, that's a different problem, my friend.
I agree.
That's a different problem.
I agree with you.
You know, that's a different. And I'm doing my best to try to have conversations. I mean, you're a black man. You didn't know that torture cuffs were made for slaves.
Right.
Like,
I had no idea.
Now, just imagine if you had one big long strap and you had one and you had one and you got to take me, you could wrap me with those 3 straps and I would be totally wrapped up like a sardine. I mean,
delusional, the idea that Chili in a universe where that is the primary mode of restraining a suspect, that he's okay with that. Can you imagine if they're like, okay, you're under arrest, Chili, we are going to bind you up so you can't move at all. You think that's better? You're saying you'd be okay with that. I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
I mean,
is this a famous Sobsit person? Yeah, we've covered him for a long time. He's more of like an auditor, but he does things for stupid reasons. Like, of course, it's good to film the police and keep them accountable. And you should criticize policing when it does bad things and the system works against people's rights or targets people for reasons like their economic status or the color of their skin. But he basically does this to get attention and to make money. I do not know if he gives a shit about actual underlying problems of policing in the United States.
Oh, I got you.
you see, like, there's just better ways to do it.
Switching the straps to go around the entire body?
Yeah.
And he's completely ineffectual. So, Gothgate Gaming says, okay, I hate him calling it a dungeon. Someone might be in a cell with a bed for a week or 30 days or longer in jail. It's not like we throw people into oubliettes in the deep vertical pit where prisoners were thrown through a ceiling hatch and left to be forgotten.
Yeah, so imagine I'm drunk, right? Which I don't drink.
Jail has those.
Yeah, but they have like body, like wraps and like, I mean.
Yeah, that's what you're describing. What do you think you're describing?
It's inhumane, where you're like, I mean, it's.
Then what are you describing?
So, honestly,
Oubliette, thank you.
I know what you're saying. I know where you're coming from. The only issue with that is we don't decide.
But you can decide. That's the point. It takes free.
No, again, like, Chili's so stupid, and this is one of the reasons that his so-called, like, advocacy is such a joke to me. You are getting nowhere talking to cops about problems with policing. Not happening. If you want there to be police reform, it has to come from legislation or, like, rulings in court. They are not going to change of their own volition. They don't even have the power to change the system that they exist within. It's just stupid. It's just so he can get clips and be like, look at me. Look at me.
In to sign up for what you guys have signed up to do. And now that you're in the system, you can start to say, you know what, I met a guy in the street. I don't know if the guy's crazy, but these are torture. You know it, and you know it, and you know it. All 3 of you guys right now know that those handcuffs are torture. Immediate torture. If you don't believe me, let's put one on your wrist right now, not behind your back. Do it right now. Just one on your wrist. Just put it on right now. Just do it right now.
So I've worn them behind my back.
No, let me put one on you right now. Right here. You guys got 2 guns with you. Blow my head off if I try something.
We're not going to do that.
Just put it on.
Listen,
Why aren't you going to do it? No, why aren't you going to do it?
Hold on.
Because it's torture.
Hold on. At Police Academy, we go through DT, right? Defensive tactics. We get put in handcuffs. We get arrested just like anyone else.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, this is a new Chili video.
No, you don't. You're not full of fear.
Hey,
you
listen,
know this guy's going to let you out.
Listen, I got something. I got something for you. You can go through a reserve academy for free if you want to. Do a reserve DT. Our defensive tactics instructor at Muskogee, he puts them on all over Oklahoma. You could go to any of them.
I wish, Spongy Lord.
Just say, hey, I just want to show up and do your guys' DT party to see how it works.
Listen,
see how it's taught.
I'm quite an aficionado in knowledge on your handcuffs. I know quite a bit. I know a lot.
Well, I understand.
But I'm saying your handcuffs, just 4 guys here talking, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Those are torture. And if you let me put it on you, not in the academy, if you let me put it on you, like I just called your mother a runt, and then I put that one cuff in front right here, within 5 seconds, just tight, it's too tight.
So is Chili aware then that the reason he probably gets the handcuffs put on tighter is because he's an asshole? Is he literally admitting, like, yeah, they put them really tight on me, though, because I insult their mothers and, like, say I fucked them, and I struggle a lot and resist arrest? Like, do you think maybe your experience is a little different than someone who doesn't resist? Again, police are overly violent. I agree. But, like, dude...
Right or wrong?
So you're complaining.
Yeah, but you, yes or no? No, I'm asking you.
No, so I need more information.
Your complaint is
Because
improperly applied.
From experience, smart people don't usually say I know a lot. Yeah, that's a Dunning-Kruger red flag. Don't trust people who think they know a lot. There's no such thing as knowing a lot. It's an illusion.
Improperly applied?
Sold to you by Big Book to sell you books.
They are improperly applied. Listen, if someone calls you the N-word, and he's calling you the N-word, and he shoplifts, how tight are those cuffs going on?
Just like I put them on.
Oh, God!
Same tightness for everybody, doesn't matter.
Right.
Same tightness for everybody, huh?
Yes.
Is that right? Same tightness for everybody?
Why?
You guys are gonna sit here with a straight face, dude. Come on, guys.
Do they go on the same tightness every time? Obviously. So listen, if someone's being compliant and they're putting their hands behind your back and you're putting cuffs on them, that's gonna be completely different when you're fighting them on the ground and they're physically resisting you.
Right.
Or the cuffs can go on tighter, maybe, but that's not on purpose. You're trying to get someone into custody that's fighting you.
So maybe putting handcuffs behind people's back isn't such a necessary thing. Maybe if we're going to keep the torture cuffs, they could go in front.
If they're compliant.
Because if you try to put my hands behind my...
I've seen them go in front when someone is not resistive and very compliant with the arrest. I have seen that. Dillis Filler says, questionably ethical life hack. If you don't know a lot, you should be honest so people familiar with Dunning-Kruger think you're smart.
back. Look at my thickness, dude. You try to put
playing the meta.
My hands behind my back. Just this right here for more than a minute. I'm like, dude, come on.
Well, there's
look. Just look at how my arms.
None of us are saying we're against switching to a different.
That's so fucking funny. At first, Trey wrote, as a person that uses handcuffs pretty regularly, they aren't that bad, my guy. I was like, I know what Trey does for a living. He doesn't do anything in security or law enforcement. And then I went, oh!
Style of cuff.
But with bigger
let's get rid of the slave cuffs.
With bigger people, we often put 2 handcuffs on.
Yeah, I got it, Carpcosium. I got it.
Sets of handcuffs.
We'll handcuffs
so you're
together.
you're here instead of here.
You guys are in the system. I'm not. I'm versus. I'm against this system.
Right.
So, but here's what has to happen. We have to talk.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We have to communicate. Not a single one of you has denied that the handcuffs are torture yet. Are any of you denying it?
I don't believe that they're
then let's do it.
I don't know the history that you're talking about.
So what's the definition of torture?
If listen to me, this guy shook my hand, he put me to my knees. I would not want to fight this man. I would not. The way he grabbed my hand, I felt like a little child, okay? He's strong as a bull. You have no idea how strong that is, okay? Listen, as strong as you are, let's put it on you right now, right here, out front, one wrist, right now.
Well, I'm not
Show
gonna
the
put my
people
handcuffs
it's not
on you,
torture.
No.
Show the people.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. What is your definition of torture?
Let's show you for 5 minutes. You got 2 guys with guns, dude. I got nothing. I'm showing them I'm unarmed. I got nothing.
This is rhetorically something he does that's terrible, too. The cop is gonna put these cuffs on, and they're gonna be fine. And it just shows that he's an asshole. He's focusing on all the wrong things.
I understand that.
Put one cuff on right now for 5 minutes.
Handcuffs are not comfortable.
They're torture.
I will agree with that.
It's like that thing where you see something you vaguely agree with, but they're doing activism in the most embarrassing and cringe way possible that harms the whole topic. It poisons the well for everyone to talk about it. That's what I hate about Chili. He claims to care about police reform and how police take care of perps and stuff, but none of what he's doing is in service of that. It basically just makes everyone actually trying to do things to make policing less shit look crazy by association. Black's Law Dictionary request. What do you want me to look up, nearest Crowhill?
Made to torture blacks. They're made to torture black people.
So, okay.
Let's put one on you right now for 5 minutes. You got 2 guys here with guns, dude. Right now, put it on. I just said how tough you are.
Well, I'm
5 minutes.
Put it on for no reason.
No, no. I want you to understand.
Is he the vegan teacher of sovsits and auditors? Kinda. A lot of auditors are the vegan teacher of auditing.
You do when you put that on anybody, and you just said, "Oh, we put them on the same tightness."
Hyperbole will do, nearest.
For everybody, put a 1 if you believe that. Put a 2 if you don't. No one's gonna believe that. Different people get.
Yeah, they're your chat, Chili. This would be as stupid if I was like, everyone in chat who agrees with ACAB, put 1. Like, yeah, you're my chat. We're ideologically aligned for the most part. What a stupid thing to say. I'm not literally telling you to do it. I'm saying it would be an unnecessary and it would be a ridiculous thing to do. Right?
Treated differently, and we know that throughout the society, through the history of time. I mean, come on.
Historically, I agree with you. As far as how I operate during my job, I treat everybody the same.
Yeah. Even if I.
So we're not saying that that's never happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, that's happened.
I love these. I'm fans of
Obviously, that's happened before. Maybe an officer gets pissed off and they go, "Well, I'm gonna slap these on extra tight."
You can reach me.
Like to think we don't do that. So that would make us mad. These
are the 3 best cops in America. They do not torture people with torture cuffs. You have a torture device. You have a torture device.
Hyperbole, exaggeration, especially to express degree, specifically a manner of speaking that depicts something as being much bigger, smaller, worse, etc. than it really is.
If that's what you consider torture, then
let's put it on you right now for 5 minutes.
Okay, so what?
Okay.
Right now, I want you to show you that it's horrendous. It's the worst pain ever.
We've already had them on.
If you put the handcuffs on one hand in front of him correctly, how we are taught to do, it's not going to hurt him.
Let me put it on cop style.
Let
me put it on cop style. Come on.
We're going around in a circle.
No, but I'm just saying, if you guys don't want to do the demo, I don't want to.
Mosslaw, thanks for 32 months, says, please tell me I'm in time to catch the Chili arrest. We actually already covered the arrest the other day. We can play it again. It's very brief, but we're watching a different Chili video right now that has about 4 minutes left.
I'm not trying.
Thanks for 32 months.
I'm in shorts and flip-flops. I'm certainly not here to challenge you gentlemen physically. But if you'd like to do a demo, I just said how tough you were. You destroyed my hand like I was a Kellogg's Fried Krispies. My hand's ruined from this man.
Kellogg's Fried Krispies, my favorite.
Right? So let's put it on.
All units tonight.
Give me your business card. I'll call you. We'll do it when you're not on duty. Let's put it on. But let me.
Put it on me.
But let me put it. Are you gonna put it behind the back too?
Yep.
So this is how we put handcuffs on.
Oh man, those are not. You can get a finger through over here.
That's how we're taught.
You can get a finger through over here.
We're taught to check for tightness. You're supposed to be able to fit a finger in between, right?
That's how we're taught.
But those are not tight how you would put them on me. We got to change the cuffs. They got to go to a strap.
The funniest thing would be if Chili's wrists are just the exact right size where they're not in a good place for the standard edition, like standard handcuffs that police get, like Smith & Wesson ones or whatever is the standard. Wouldn't it be funny if his wrists are just the perfect size where they kind of can't get in a good area, so it's like his are always weirdly tight, but it's because of the size of his wrists? I don't know.
In front, and you also got to move to a camera detainment. The idea that I have that I just told you, digital detainment, Velcro strap in the front, you guys have to suggest that.
I want to tell you something that you're going to fucking love to hear.
Okay, go ahead.
I went to a domestic violence call the other day, and I told them, hey, as you've preached about using camera technology, instead of taking somebody to jail, use that camera. Like, hey, I've got you on camera. You need to come sign your bond. That way you don't have to sit in a dungeon or a jail cell, and you can leave. Okay. That's exactly what he did.
So when you took him in through using digital detainment, did you have to put him in cuffs?
Nope. He followed me right down to the station.
We need to move to a camera detainment.
Okay, how do you think that'll work at scale?
You're under arrest. You want to come with me?
Also, frankly, it's an anonymous source with a voice changer. So.
Got you on camera.
Want to? I don't agree with that.
Of course you don't want to, but here's the choice. Either you come with me or I throw you on the ground and put you in torture cuffs. What do you want to do?
I see what you're saying. So if they're cooperative, we don't put them in handcuffs.
Right.
You went to a domestic violence call. For your department, you have to take somebody to jail, which is morbid. So then you tell the guy, okay, you got to go to jail. You want to come with me? And then you let him drive his own car down to the jail?
Sure did. He went, I followed, he pulled right in, we walked in, did all of his bond stuff, he walked back out. I told him.
Yeah, I don't believe this. Like, he would get in a lot of trouble if he put this in his report. You're not allowed to do that. You cannot, you're not supposed to, as a cop, just be like, oh, you know how we have specific policies and ways and procedures of getting people to jail after their alleged crimes? What if I just didn't follow any of the rules for my job with someone in a domestic dispute? Yeah, no, I don't believe that. That's a lie.
I said, hey,
that's either a lie or a cop who isn't going to have a job very long.
I'll go back over there till everything settles down. I said, I don't know if she's going to get a protection order. I said, so the best thing for you to do is you go to your parents or friends or something like that. And he went to his parents' house.
Wow.
You don't need to cuff me or impound my car. I'll follow you. I'll follow you down to the courthouse if you got to book me and give me my ticket, and that's your process.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Chili would not. In a real situation where he is being charged with a crime, he would not. He's fled from justice before. He's lying. Do you guys remember he has those charges out of Ohio that he just fled Ohio and he's just never been back to Ohio? He's so full of shit. And that's after they handcuffed him and arraigned him and everything. He just thinks that that charge wasn't legitimate, so he shouldn't have to show up to the court. That's what he's going to feel about basically anything that he gets let out on bail, because that's what he does. He doesn't think the law is legitimate. So, of course, he's like, oh, just don't handcuff me, because the only time he shows up for his court dates are when he is handcuffed and kept in jail until the court dates. He wanted to run for Ohio governor. I thought he was trying to run for Nevada governor. Maybe both. I could be wrong. He's crazy.
But impounding my car, torture cuffs, dungeon, strip search, now I'm $5,000 deep, and I hate you. And that's the divide that
I don't care if you hate them. They don't care if you hate them. That is not a metric that is being measured in an appreciable way that matters.
Happens immediately.
And
I'm giving this jail 1 star on Google reviews. That'll show you.
Any marks on her?
No one will want to come to your establishment again.
Bruising or anything like that?
It was domestic violence harassment.
Oh, you're kidding me. So there's not even any violence done? Just one person's annoying the other one so they get charged with a crime?
He was making threats to her, like he was going to beat her up, stuff like that.
Right.
Down here, that falls into the harassment.
Were they cohabitating?
Yes.
Interesting. That's great, man.
Yeah, that's straight up just domestic violence and threat. Like, what? His fake cop is being like, yeah, he was like a total wife beater piece of shit who was actively threatening to beat the shit out of his wife. And, you know, I just let him go. Really speaks to whose Chili's audience is, doesn't it? That this is like a selling point to him. It's like, look at how easy the cops went on this wife beater.
Chili, I'm not going to lie. I was kind of skeptical about it. He's being cool. She's being cool. I said, let's give it a try. See what happens here.
And you tried digital detainment, and it completely and totally worked.
Correct.
Why don't we go to a strap system or a camera system? Once you know I don't have any weapons, which you guys can see I don't have any, from there, if I agree to go, you don't got to strap me up. I'll go with you.
And the guy even got in his own car, drove down there, didn't try to speed off, didn't try to run away.
Nope.
I keep saying 95% of us, man, are for law and order.
I was blown.
Do you know how many 5% of perps running away would cost? Even if that number was accurate. And I don't know. I do not know. Even if that number was accurate and only 5% of perps tried to run away, do you know how many people 5% is of any given population? 5% of all arrests are going to turn into pursuing a fleeing suspect? That's not tenable. That is not tenable. You could not do that.
on the way, how he was like, I'll go down there, you can follow me, and we can get the paperwork done, so I can go to my parents' house. I was like, okay. It was simple.
Just a Peach with a dollar tip says 2023 was the most recent time an officer was killed by strangulation by someone with the cuffs in front.
Did you even have to put a hand on him at all?
No.
My neighbors don't have to see me get walked out of my house in torture cuffs. They see me go out of my house with another officer. I get in my car, he gets in his, the officer follows me, and we drive away. No emergency lights necessary. You know, the fact that you did that is huge. You know that, right? Like, I don't think this will be
Steve the Q says 5% wouldn't stay. 5% people found out they could get away with so easily. That's a good point to make. Once people become clear that the system is more forgiving of fleeing, and has so much trouble dealing with the number of people fleeing because of the lack of the mitigating, like, restraintment, yeah, the problem would get worse. Shit.
Very popular with cops. I think the cops...
Did I notice the cop insider used the word dungeon like Chili does? Yeah, it's almost like he's a LARPer. Crazy.
Are all going to say, oh, no, who is that officer? We got to get him and get him fired.
That's one thing he thanked me about. He's like, thank you for not putting me in handcuffs in front of my kids.
Damn, you made his day. You made his whole year.
You would put them on me much tighter.
You see what I explained to you was your arguments for improperly applied handcuffs.
7% of cases involved an individual escaping from non-secure custody and returning voluntarily within 96 hours. It's all oh my god! That's quite a bit. That's more than 5. Okay. Maybe less secure custody isn't a great idea for certain things.
314 South 3rd Street.
Has someone put on also another thing we run into, if you put the cuffs on too loose, cuffs are oval-shaped. Look.
No problem, man.
No shirt, jeans.
Look at this.
I got mad respect for you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. I mean, what's your name, sir? Colbert? Officer
Yes.
Colbert? Okay. With the Muskogee?
please.
You guys write him a review. He actually just, I mean, we didn't really do a demo, but he did it. He did it.
Oh my god, Chili. That just made you look like such a fool. Why is he like this? Alright. Let's move into more direct SovSit stuff. Let's see. Oh, Marcel seems desperate for money. Marcel seems very desperate for money now. I don't know if the coffers are running a little dry in his organization or what, but he is desperate for new members. He's doing a recruiting drive. They're looking for 100 members. I bet you are, Marcel. I don't think you've ever had that many active users of your system or whatever at one point ever. Wow. So here's his pitch. Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Peacemaker Society Membership Drive. This is also for Sovereign Empire, privatelawtrust.org. For those of you who are interested, you can also jump over to Earth Ambassador Society. They're on school.com, SKO.
Oh, also, I'm getting the vibe that he's already starting to turn on his new ally. You know how this happens all the time. He'll get a new ally, he'll talk them up, and then over time he'll switch on them. So we've already gotten to the second phase. The first phase is when he finds a new ally in his quest to become leader of Canada or whatever. He's really hyped up about them. He talks all about, like, they're gonna be the face of this now. They can handle things. I'm gonna be in the background. This is the exact cycle every time. And then a little bit into that arrangement, yeah, the honeymoon phase. After the honeymoon phase ends, he'll start to make this shift where he's like, okay. I'm going to do more of the work, okay? He won't necessarily say it out loud, but the implication is the person I put in charge isn't doing it right. Only I can do it right. So actually, I'm going to take more of a front seat now. And then he starts to take more and more of a front and center role again, gets angry and angrier at all the failings of what he is doing, because obviously what he is doing is not going to be successful because it's batshit insane. And then he'll do what he always does. Instead of looking at himself and self-reflecting, wait, is what I'm doing true? Is this real? Is this a scam? Is this crazy? Am I coming off as insane to people? He's incapable of that kind of self-reflection, so he'll look at whoever is in proximity to him for blame. So this woman that he's currently allied with, within 6 months or so, might be even shorter than that, he will turn on her, he will say she is awful, he will say, oh, she's lazy and didn't want to do the work, and yada, yada, yada. He does this every time. But we're just at the first part of that cycle where he's just sticking his toe back into the pool of wanting to be in charge of things again.
skool.com. You can also join Complete Freedom Community on skool.com, skool.com. So the whole point of this is getting into membership drive. So you guys have seen and heard recently, we took the codes off the web.
He could just get a job. He refuses to get a job. He thinks he's above having a job, which is disgusting.
Site. Now
it's one thing if you can't work. That's totally fine. That happens all the time. But he just doesn't want to. He thinks he's above it. Which is so fucking stupid.
Still need revenue, and
Hydrate.
We're about to launch Freedom Houses, so we need funding. But this isn't about the funding. This is about what you get as a member. So our initial goal is we want 100 members at $90 a month. Okay. For those...
Would I hire him? It depends on what I'm doing. Am I running a decent business that tries to actually have their clients be satisfied with the product or service they're given? No. Am I running a call center where people have to call and scam people and have a lot of motivation to scam people and not care about it? Yeah, I'd maybe hire him. He'd probably be good at some sort of shady, illegal, or semi-close to illegal thing.
First 100 members coming on board. We already have.
He'd probably be good in an MLM too. He'd probably be good with like an MLM with a product that isn't. No, because his personality's too off-putting. I don't think that would go well. Bittergrin says, what's the name tags or whatever? Those are both business cards. He has, for some reason, pinned 2 of his business cards to his chest like they are name tags.
Members, but for the next 100 members coming on board, we're waiving the sign-up fee. So usually
you wonder how successful he was when weed was illegal. More successful. I don't think he was hurting for money then, because he was doing black market, and then once it did become legal, gray market weed that was still not taxed by Canada or whatever province he was in, I forget. I think he was doing a lot better then. I think he made a lot of income through the weed, and then when it became legal, I think it's hurt him a lot.
Need to give a minimum of $1,000. Even if we're doing a sale, it's only going to be $500. But for this first 100 or next 100 members, we are completely waiving the $1,000 sign-up fee.
Wow!
So it's just $90. That's it. So you go
just $90
to sovereignempire.org.
Still not worth $90. Wasn't worth the $1,000 either.
Go to plans and pricing, get the $90 a month, or you can go on skool.com, Complete Freedom Community, and you can go the $90 a month. Or you can also gift to Earth Ambassador Society if you'd rather be under their membership for the $90 a month option. And their e-transfer and all that, you can get a hold of them.
Oh, you're right. $90 a month. Holy shit. $90 a month. I don't have any subscriptions that are that much money.
You just email them at...
Unless you count rent. I guess rent is kind of a subscription for your house.
Earth Ambassadors Society at proton.me. So Earth Ambassador Society at proton.me. So that's their website. Or email, I mean. So back to the membership drive. I'm going to play a song right now. This is actually the member initiation ritual song that we just had our record label do up.
They have an initiation song. When you get initiated, you have to listen to this song in like a ceremony. And when he says record label, by the way, he means AI bot. Every piece of music they're putting out isn't music, it's AI slop sounds. So that's good. Jitara says, I think he'd be good as a buffer for shitty customers, the kind that berate the lower level employees who wouldn't control any company policy. Marcel's abrasive personality would make an excellent deterrent to those folks, though unfortunately the The kind of person he is would result with him turning on management and trying to form a union. That's not really a union, but a weird dues-based cult nestled within the company. I was gonna say, he wouldn't form a union, because that would be mutually beneficial to him and his coworkers. He needs to be in charge.
So I'm going to go ahead and play that in the background, and then I'm going to talk about it some more. Here we go.
Thanks, Rageology.
Go. So one thing I'll say.
Oh, do you guys remember that? You know how I've said that Marcel is like stuck in the 90s in terms of his aesthetic? I think his music taste is too. Do you guys remember that like year or two period in the 90s where Gregorian chants were really big? You guys remember when we were Gregorian chant maxing in the 90s? There's some of that in here.
It's a formality for you to just give your initial $90, become a member. Also, what you're going to understand.
People were fucking to monks singing.
Now is we're also setting up,
which is kind of based,
boot camp training. So first thing you do is your initiation, which is giving your $90 and going through the initiation ritual that we're going to send you, which is just basically this song and just taking within yourself that freedom lives in you now. And then you're going to do boot camp training for your society founding. And then you're going to do another boot camp for how to use your society. So opening the bank accounts, how to undo the adhesion contracts with the legal system, how to get out of taxes, that kind of stuff. And then the next boot camp is learning how to run your society as a private law economy in a way the legal system cannot and will not shut down. And then the fourth segment for those interested are accountability, both self-defense accountability if the system is messing with you and your rights, and proactive accountability through our law firm and the indigenous tribunals that we're...
It was in every Cinemax porn movie, yeah.
Working with...
Gregorian chanting over beats, so it'd be like, oh, and then there'd be like a funky... But it'd be like over the chants.
And will help.
And people would fuck to it.
You all form. Something else you guys need to understand is there's two parts to this. So you can be a member, and whether you're a member or not, you can work with us. So we have an independent contractor agreement.
Like the Adventure Jungle music? No, that's distinctly different. The Sonic Adventure Jungle music is more whoa, 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 whoa. Gregorian chants are more oh. They're very different. That's just the Halo soundtrack. You are correct. Halo soundtrack is you know that the Halo like music is that style, right? Yeah.
Makes it any man or
kind of operatic almost, but kind of monks. Whoa.
Woman on Earth can work with us.
I hate Halo.
Whether you're in the public or private, doesn't matter. Everyone who's working in the private, this gets you around the dealing with the public issues. So any barriers you had before, this gets you around that. And we've used this with major CRTC-approved phone companies and utilities in Manitoba. It absolutely works. And then for the things that I've designed for programs over the 17 years, the Freedom Houses, the door-to-door food banks, the chocolate sales we have coming up right away, Freedom...
Chocolate sales! Oh my god, it's just a scheme to funnel money to Marcel. All right, you have your freedom. Now go sell these chocolate bars and I'll get a cut.
Cafe, advocates, temporary housing, thrift store, doing...
It's rude to say I didn't like Halo. If you like Halo, it's fine. I just hate it. It's just it's everything I hate about just standard first-person shooters, like borderline boomer shooters. I'm not a fan of boomer shooters. I need my first-person shooters to have either like a special loot mechanic, I need RPG stuff, or I don't know, I can't just go around corridors and shoot the same enemies. I don't care.
At the Freedom House for those in the neighborhood, we have our franchise contract. So this is the actual accountability, how to run the programs, and makes it, you have a proven...
Oh, by the way, if there's anyone older here, when I say boomer shooter, you guys used to call it a Doom-like. Doom-like are now boomer shooters.
system that works against legality, so they don't shut it down, but it is outside of it. So that is absolutely amazing. And so through that, in there is a jural covenant. The jural covenant allows us to form grand juries on a local level.
I promise, Marcel, you cannot form a local grand jury separate from the already existing court systems of Canada. That would not be legal.
Sovereign law. It's a superior foreign jurisdiction to the legal system, and those judgments can be entered into the legal system for enforcement.
They used to call first-person shooters Doom clones before they were called first-person shooters, and now first-person shooters have enough variety within them that they're sort of subgenres, boomer shooters being the closest to the original Doom clone concept.
Against themselves, or we can do other actions completely under private law, which we will get into.
I actually do like the original Doom.
In the boot
and Doom 2
camp training. As far as the bedside manner and the experience of membership, I'm encouraging everyone to go over to Earth Ambassador Society for that. Lorraine is super wonderful. There's a lot of energy workers and benevolence and that kind of thing. So you're going to have a beautiful experience with that.
That's good. Excited about the energy workers.
Membership side of things. And if you are in our boot camps, I'm just here to discuss specific skill sets, the exact operating systems. I'm here to dictate it so you guys know. And it's an opportunity for you to ask direct questions to those processes in those meetings.
It's okay. He's just going to dictate things, guys. You're free. It's just that he's going to dictate the rules. It's fine.
And so it's like a 4-step learning. Do your initiation, give your initial gift. Let's play the song now so you guys get a feel for it, and then I'll do more of a recap. So again, this is the song and the ritual that you're going to get as initiation off the slavery ship into your rights on the land through your own society. But we've proven how this works for 17 years, so that's why you're getting our templates, but they are customizable to your own way of doing things as far as your society and your paperwork. Anything we design stays how it is, just because it's a neutral template that helps everybody. And let's go ahead and listen to this now. So excited to share it with you.
The fact that he's excited to share this is so telling to what his mind is like. Garrod says, Hannah, for your heresy, you won't join us in the great journey. That's okay. I'm kinda over being sentient anyway. Ooh, it's getting a little Viking-y. It's getting a little Nordic.
Let the drums roll clear in the heart of our land. We stand without fear. We are the sovereign, distinct yet bold. In a world of our making, let the truth be told.
He has zero taste. Holy shit, it's so bad. Sweet Lily Love, thanks for gifting a sub to Melanie.
Independent voices we rise and proclaim.
Oh yeah, this is AI slop.
Law of the land, we're playing the game. Self-governing spirit fuels our command. In the Peacemaker Society, united we stand. Welcome to the Peacemaker vibe. In the sovereign empire, let your spirit thrive. Where the waves of integrity honor our soul. With every heartbeat, we'll right the wrong.
Green Guy says Borderlands has skills and stuff. Yeah, and I like Borderlands. That's not a boomer shooter. That's what are those called? Shoot. A loot and shoot. Those are loot and shoot games. And they have RPG leveling elements and stuff. I like those games. Gitara says, I'm not gonna lie, if I was in a Zoom call with my boss and he started doing this, I'd leave. Resignation letter in his email by the end of the day. A looter shooter, that's what it is thinking.
Families fractured, generations crying, broken homes.
Oh my god, his pamphlet's all AI slop too. I'm so glad that he's like the laziest person in the world Because can you imagine this much motivation gone to work for anything that wouldn't immediately come off as a scam to everyone? Like, I'm so glad he's so much less competent than he believes himself to be.
Don't let hope die, teaching our children the rights they should know, preserving the family, let the real seeds grow. Corporate change mind, but we're set to defy. With lessons in love, we'll learn to fly high, no longer deceived by the status quo's breach. In the peacemaker society we strive to teach. Welcome, welcome to the peacemaker vibe in the sovereign empire. Let your spirit thrive where the waves of integrity.
All right, I'm gonna skip through the rest of the song.
Okay, guys, that's awesome. So
that's awesome.
Was actually, we just made that about a
Do any other Sovsits even like Marcel? No.
half hour ago. We're going to be
The man is an island. He's a sovereign citizen unto his own. He is truly sovereign.
Creating an actual experience for you guys through initiation. Then you're going to get the workshop boot camp, so that's what you get out of it. What you're giving is, by being one of those 100 members, you're keeping the website free for everybody. Freedom is free for everybody, but somebody has to cover the bill. I paid for it for 17 years. Some of you pitched in over that period of time from the past, appreciated it. And that one...
Gothgeek Gaming says, when do you think the AI slop will end? Like the .com boom and crash? I hope. I don't know, though. I don't know the future. Maybe there's enough lazy, uncreative people that are just willing to eat the slop. I don't know. I hope not, though. Simulacrum horror. So hot right now, though, am I right? Backrooms. Obsession. Companion. Maybe the substance a bit. Not quite, though. That's certainly more about the themes of body image and everything, but I don't know. Sweet Lily Love says, freedom isn't free, it costs $1.05.
100 members is not only going to keep the website free, that gives us $9,000 a month to set up the first Freedom House. Now, the Freedom House pays for itself once it's set up. So it's about $2,000 a month for the house size we need to rent. $1,000 for damage deposit, so that's $3,000. Then about $2,000 to furnish it, maybe $1,000 to furnish it, with the rooms for, you know, homeless people when they need a place to stay short term.
I promise you are not just paying for Marcel's house. It's definitely for other people and not him.
Housing, showers, the Freedom Cap.
He thinks people want to live with him. He thinks he wants people to pay for a house for him to live in. And then sure, he'll allow people to come and stay if they accept that he's in charge and can tell them what to do at any time.
Cafe that'll be on the main floor, the thrift shop, and all of this is just being done as a private society in a private home. So that's why there's no licensing, there's no regulation. You can invite people into your home for a coffee. You can talk about freedom. So these templates absolutely work. I've run these things for years. So that gets it up. So every month...
Weird that I've never heard you mention this before, Marcel. I've listened to you for years, and I have never once heard you talk about successfully creating one of these freedom houses. It's almost like you've never done it.
That 100 member stays means there's another Freedom House we can set up. So for every 100 members, there's a new Freedom House.
He does get followers for a bit somehow. He does. Not nearly as many as he wants, but that's kind of his model. He gets really high margins. He charges a lot for his scam. So he only needs, you know, like 5 people a year to fall for it, and he can kind of skate by on that.
It's amazing.
It's an interesting strategy because most other scams work on the opposite, right? They're more numbers over amount of people. So usually numbers over big price tags. So you'll steal like 200 from one person, 100 from another, 50, blah, 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 even a little bit. But like he goes for whales. It's not very successful for him.
And again, it's going to come to the neighborhood. We're going to provide what a government should through community governance.
You get the feeling he wants to be a cult leader. He would not describe it that way. In fact, he would probably laugh and be offended at you saying that, but I would agree. That is effectively what he wants, whether he realizes it consciously or not. He wants to be a cult leader.
That is all voluntary association. but we're going to help everybody. So I'm going to play one more song here. It is God's Chosen Ones. This is to everyone out there who is a freedom hero in a truth or freedom movement. We have all the answers, the intricacies, how to deal with the legal system, how to stay outside of it, how to get sovereign bank accounts that are outside taxation, how to run programs without...
We'll skip this song. I'm not going to make you listen to another AI song.
...without licensing, without permission, and without getting shut down. So let's listen to this one more song, and then we'll sign off, and I'm very excited for this. So again, go to skool.com, SKOOL.com, go to Complete Freedom Community, jobs, and a...
Just shows all his paperwork.
Unlawfully by police, and they punched me out over the paperwork that's going to go after them, ironically. Granted, that was about 10 years ago, but God lists all the politicians. They're all going to tribunals, and this is what we're bringing all of you. So it all starts with the Freedom House, starts with you getting your membership, and then you need to get other people into membership. We need 100 members so that freedom is free for everyone, and we can get the first Freedom House up so we can show you all step-by-step in videos exactly how to do it. I've done this all before many times. It works.
It doesn't work. You've never successfully done this. What? Marcel's problem is that he is so sure that his ideas and plans are perfect that every time it falls apart, he just thinks it's everyone else's fault. He refuses to adjust or reconsider his positions. It's always other people's fault that he fails, even though the only common denominator is him and his ideas.
Anyone out there who's been in a private member association or anything in private law, unless it's unregistered, unincorporated, sovereign rights held by Indigenous power, completely self-governing, with all autochthonous case law for Indigenous allodial title, on top of claim of right being in there, so you have the lawful right to disobey act and statute, as well as have adverse possession to your property, so you have real title that's recorded. It gives you ownership over your children, dominion of care over the whole world, and this is literally freedom. So if you don't have the precise systems we teach, I guarantee you some parts of what you do need upgrading, but you're going to love it. The more you've done already, the easier this is going to be. And we're not coming harmless. We're coming with lawful self-defense doctrine and complete grand juries to hold the legal system accountable with sovereign law. And again, I had a...
And then your grand jury is going to say, hold on, let me simulate this for you, Marcel. You're going to be sitting on your little fake judge bench, and you're going to go, jury, do you find the government of Canada guilty for crimes against humanity, for my perceived conspiratorial slights about COVID and other bullshit? And they're going to go, yeah, because they're people that are paying you already, because you're insane and you think this is how it works, and you're going to go, yeah, I'm a judge, you're fucked, look at my gavel. And then you're going to take paperwork or something to wherever you think you want to take it, and you're going to go, we have a grand jury, whatever, we're going to indict this person, and they're going to laugh at you, Marcel. They're going to laugh at you. You can't just do a random grand jury and expect the court systems to take it seriously. You do not have the power to create a grand jury with the weight of law behind it. Period. Black's Law Dictionary request. What do you want me to look up? Grand jury, will do.
Client in the States have the FBI arrest 15 attorneys and a judge that I believe they all got about 30 years each. And this is what we're doing to the whole system.
Definitely not a made-up thing. Definitely not made up.
Iceland arrested the entire banking system and kicked them out back in 2017. I believe it was 2017, in the last 10 years or so. Anyway, it's very easy for men and women to take back control and power, but everything legal is a war criminal. It's all fraud. It's satanic. It's an abomination to law. And it's time to replace it. And how you do that is by founding your own society. Again, you're not under us. We're empowering you with your equality, but you need to know how it works. That's what we have. And even if you don't have a society, you can still get involved. You can still be a member, independent contract. You're not liable for us. We're not liable for you. And this is the answer for everyone. So by all means, get your society up and get everyone you know into it. God bless you all. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining.
Grand jury, a body of people who are chosen to sit permanently for at least a month, and sometimes a year, and who in ex parte proceedings decide whether to issue indictments. The grand jury decides that evidence is strong enough to hold the suspect for trial. It returns a bill of indictment, a true bill charging the suspect with a specific crime, also termed accusing jury, presenting jury of indictment, petite jury. All right. Let's do a court thing. I don't think we've done a court thing yet today. Oh, this is brief, but this is fucking hilarious. This guy is trying to get into an Iron Maiden concert. Raise your hand if you didn't know Iron Maiden was still around. Anyway, so he sent in a request to the concert venue, basically asking for a press pass, and this is what he sent them. He's a sovereign citizen, so he sent this fake press pass. Which even the fake press pass is expired, by the way. It expired months ago, even though it's fake. And let me show you what's on the back of it. Sorry, it's sideways. It says, Sovereign Connection journalist, assistance in providing information is appreciated. The right of the press is recognized internationally by police, governments, railways, aviation, and other public authorities. Under the Geneva Convention, Article 4, Additional Protocol 1, journalists are entitled to all armed conflicts. The same holds true in non-international armed conflicts by virtue of customary international law. Rule 34 of the ICRC's Customs Law Study. This law against direct attacks unless and for such ties as constitutes a grave breach of the Geneva Conventions and additional protocols. Are Iron Maiden concerts an armed conflict? Anyway, that's just hilarious. Of course, that doesn't work. You cannot get free tickets to Iron Maiden by saying you're the press. Let me in for free. Anyway. Okay.
Mr. Hansen, take off whatever is covering your video.
It's tinfoil. Tinfoil is covering his camera. He's the guy in the bottom right. It's tinfoil.
Whatever is covering your video. Thank you. Perfect. All right, calling case number 25-006443, Leonard Hansen versus auto owners.
Notice he doesn't take it off either. He just adjusts it so it's not in the frame of the camera. He leaves it on there. So I assume he legitimately thinks it's blocking something dangerous. Hype Train randomly, 6% to level 1 on the Hype Train. If you want to help out, you can always use subscriptions, gift subs, or bits.
Appearances, please.
Zabori on behalf of Defendant Progressive.
Morning, Your Honor. Wesley Taylor, P863.
He thinks he's blocking the 5G. Well, it needs signal. It needs signal to do the call, so... Putting it in a real Faraday cage, I guess, would solve that problem. It would create a new one, though. You can't do the call if you don't have signal.
303 on behalf of Defendant MAIPF.
Okay, Mr. Hansen, state your name for the record, sir.
Your Honor, I have...
Sorry, Terradona. Terradona says, and he's a full colon Millerite, given his name on the badge. Oh, I didn't even notice it.
Some preliminary issues that I had questioned with you about.
Mr. Hansen, state your name for the record, sir.
My name is Leonard O'Neill Hansen, trustee of the Hansen Family Private Trust. I'm moving in fiduciary capacity.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Bory.
There's no fiduciary. This isn't a trust.
This is your motion for summary disposition.
And I know the court went through the filing that, the briefing that we filed, so I'm just going to be pretty brief. It's a simple issue. The progressive policy at issue here was canceled on February 5th, 2025 at 12 a.m. due to non-renewal. The accident occurred February 5th, 2025 at 2:28 a.m. as confirmed by the police report.
Try not to mock people's looks.
Plaintiff, in discussions that he had with our claims department, he found a cheaper rate with Auto Club. So he switched his auto insurance with auto owners. So he switched his auto insurance to auto owners on the date of the accident. The Progressive policy was never renewed. So Progressive is seeking dismissal in this matter as a result.
Okay. I did not.
So basically, this lawsuit is about he canceled his insurance, as sovereign citizens are wont to do, and then he got into a car accident the same day. So he wants them to pay out insurance, even though he canceled it for sobset reasons. Gitaro with 50 bits says, I knew a guy like Marcel when I used to play that MMO, The Elder Scrolls Online. He used to make guilds, societies, and enrich himself in-game by getting players in his guilds to pay crazy dues and then make their own guilds that owed him tribute. It was a straight-up pyramid scheme, and it only worked because he was at least a bit charismatic and knew how to lure players who into role-playing and or wanted a sense of community and belonging. Wow, it's the history of the human race in an MMO.
Receive a response? Did you see
What an original human idea. What if I convince other people to give me a great portion of their labor income and give it to me so that I might do less labor? What an original idea.
Response in this
Humanity,
system,
the movie.
Okay, Mr. Hansen.
Minute left in the hype train.
Do you intend to file a response? Because I did not see one in the system.
I understand that a motion was filed by Progressive and that it was supposed to be heard on the 24th. However, again, I have issues, preliminary issues that need to be addressed before anybody can be making decisions on this case. Like, for example...
Oh my god, look at the guy in the bottom left. He's already done. He's already done.
You know, I want to start at the beginning. Last week, we had an issue about, you know, me recording or, you know, so-called protecting my interests. And that screen recording was somehow muted and I was unable to obtain your P number for one. Like you had stated your P number on at that time, which I was asking my questions, and somehow the recording sound got deleted. So if I may, can you please provide me your P number first?
Yes, Mr. Hansen, my P number is 68588. But here, let me swear you.
Nice, Rachology. I always love explaining this stuff to people, too. It's great.
You in. Raise your right hand, sir.
Nobody else swore in.
I'm swearing you in right now, Mr. Hansen.
Nobody else swore in?
You won't get sworn in?
Will anybody else get?
Oh my god. Sir, you're the defendant. You're about to be questioned.
Sworn in?
Mr. Hansen, I have some questions for you. Please raise your right hand.
She is not asking questions of either of those attorneys right now. And you are not an attorney with oaths to the bar.
Mr. Hansen, I have some questions.
They are already under professional standards that they have given an oath to. You have not. You are pro se. So we need to put you under an oath.
For you.
I don't consent.
You said that you were recording something. I instructed you to stop. We are on the record now. So
okay,
I would like to know.
New emote bottom left corner. I will grab him with the snipping tool and then decide later. So I know we have a facepalm emoji, but oh shoot, hold on. I gotta get it in a place where.
Whether you made a recording, you just said you did.
Yes, I agree. We both agree.
Raise your right hand, Mr. Hansen.
Am I entitled to defend myself?
Mr. Hansen, raise your right hand.
What am I raising my right hand for?
Because I'm going to swear you in. If you're going to testify on the record, you're going to be sworn in.
Is anybody else
They're not testifying. They're arguing. You are testifying, Mr. Hansen.
They're presenting motions and whatnot. We have
right. That's not the same thing. The court rules.
Not even been allowed to stand before the
Mr. Hansen, you are testifying.
I'm not testifying.
Raise your right hand.
I'm not testifying.
You're not testifying.
Bench warrant. Bench warrant. Bench warrant. Let's just get it over. Come on.
Fine. Okay, then stop talking. Stop talking. Let's argue the motions. Let's argue the motions. Do you have any proof, as we sit here today, that there was an active progressive policy?
I got a whole lot of proof.
Okay, where is it? Show me.
Can I have your P number first?
I already.
Why do you need the judge's P number?
Told you, Mr. Hansen.
Okay.
If you want to look her up and see if she has any admonishments or anything on her record, that's public information. You can find that without asking her directly for her P number.
I didn't get a chance to write it down.
68588. Where is your proof?
The guy in the bottom left is absolutely just disassociating. He is gone. He is not in this universe anymore. He's just playing the Crazy Frog song from back in the early 2000s in his head.
Proof that there was an active progressive policy.
Hey. Again, I have other preliminary questions before any motions are heard.
We are here for the motion, Mr. Hansen. Let's deal with the motion, then we'll get to your issue.
Hold on, let me snip this too. It's too good. It's too good. No, hold on. Ah, not that one. Ah. The button is in the wrong spot. Let me move it so the button's in a better spot. There we go. Oh, that's cleaner. That's much cleaner. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, if you see anything emotable anytime soon, let me know, because I do want to overhaul the emotes. It's been way too long since I got some new ones in there.
I don't accept anybody filing motions that don't have authority. That's not.
Axel F is the Crazy Frog song.
Delegated authority under, for example, under.
It's named after Axel Foley, the lead character from Beverly Hills Cop 1 through 3.
A corporation can neither practice law nor hire lawyers to carry on the business of practicing law. For it, People versus California Protective Court 76 Cal App 354-244 Pack 1089.
Mr. Hansen, I'm going to ask you one last time. For the record, and we are on the record this time.
Yeah.
I looked in the Register of Actions. I didn't see a response from you. I'm asking you now, what proof do you have that there was a progressive policy?
I have Beverly Hills Cop on Blu-ray. I have all three. Unless they did a fourth one that I missed or something, but I have the first three at least.
Active at the time of the accident. What proof do you have?
Yeah, it's part of the soundtrack.
Even though you didn't file
it was written for the movie, I think, or at least picked up for the movie.
Response. I am giving you the opportunity to show me some proof right now.
The deceased party had progressive in this case, which is, what's the guy named? Brandy Pierce had progressive. And you didn't allow Christopher Gotza of the Lee Steinberg office to remove himself as my attorney, who was delegated authority, which I can say that I signed up for, that allow him to have power of attorney. You allow him to remove himself without even giving me a response.
We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
In writing.
On Netflix, wait, like another are you responding to the Beverly Hills 4 thing? I know they did that bad Coming to America sequel. I didn't know they did another Beverly Hills Cop sequel. Fuck.
Like, I never received your ruling on that in writing, for one. That is the issue, procedure. And Mr. Gotza, in my opinion, has committed bad faith. Him and his assistants having, conspired with progressive so-called attorneys that can't even represent Zachary R. Morgan, P81865. Like, if he was one of the initial parties in this case that was representing progressive. And the issue that I'm having with that is that
you're not broken, Rachology. You're hanging out with a bunch of internet friends and watching stuff we all find interesting. That should make you feel better. Like, I know we don't know each other in real life, but we do see each other a lot digitally.
Using a P.O. box for service under MCR 7.2.
Thanks for letting me know, Haley.
07A. Attorneys must have an actual...
Yeah, someone died in this car crash, apparently, and he's acting like this about it. Jesus Christ.
Address for service.
He didn't say the where's the victim thing yet, did he?
Service. And that's it's not limited to that. Like, it's a lot of conspiracies going on against my rights, and it consists...
The guy with tinfoil over his camera thinks that there's conspiracies against him. I'm shocked.
Of these attorneys acting on behalf of corporations that they can't represent, like so-called being here today for a motion. This woman that's speaking for progressive today, how was she delegated her authority? Like, can Zachary R. Morgan just delegate authority to her? Like, this is my first time hearing her. She's a surprise attorney. You understand? And again,
Haley says he canceled his progressive, but he claimed the dead person was also on a progressive policy, which is why he's suing progressive, apparently. Pain?
All the parties are not present today. Like, no, I have not heard anybody here that's representative of the deceased party, Brandy Pierce out of Ohio. That's an issue. Also, these attorneys that's representing these...
Oh, somehow we're halfway through the stream, by the way. Wow, today's going by like crazy. If you want to help support the stream, you can always do so on YouTube by liking the stream. I'd appreciate it a lot. Hype the stream if you're in the first couple of days of it. And if you want to support the stream, you can always do so on YouTube via Super Chats or memberships, and on Twitch with bits or gift subs. Thanks.
These corporations are not allowed to do so without... How was their authority delegated to them? You understand? And then doing business as the Third Judicial Circuit. You say you here represent the Third Judicial Circuit as the lawyer. As a judge. It take you 5 years to become a judge, a licensed, like, you got to practice law for 5 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
And if you know better than anyone, is that it's a difference between having a license and a certificate. You guys are all representatives.
Mr. Hanson, I'm going to ask you one more time. What evidence do you have that there was an active progressive policy on the date of the accident? That is what we're here for.
Yeah, but the parties that are here don't have delegated authority. They don't have the right to file any...
The thing that frustrates me, I think, on top of all of the pseudo-law stuff, is that they just don't understand basic procedure. Like, if you wanted to bring up this stuff, why didn't you file a motion about it? Your motion would be denied because it's full of nonsense, but they don't even understand the basics of, like, if you want to cover a topic and discuss it so that the other side can prepare a counter argument, you need to file something in writing so that everyone involved is prepared for what topics you want to bring up. You cannot come to a hearing and reasonably expect them to just throw something else on the docket to talk about because you just want to. The other side, it's not fair to. It's not fair to the prosecution because they haven't been able to prepare a counter argument to whatever you're going to say. Nine Line with a €5 super chat says, the stream is my lullaby tonight. My e-scooter was stolen today. Oh no! And I've been trying to get my mind off it and sleep for hours. Thanks, Hannah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope they're able to find it. Either way, I hope you have a good night's sleep. Things will be all right.
So is your answer none? Is your answer none?
I'm telling you that the motions filed on behalf of Progressive is to no avail. Like, they are.
Yeah, this is civil.
Representing corporations.
This is him suing Progressive.
That they can't represent. They can't file a motion for Progressive. But more importantly,
Mr. Hansen, is your answer none?
I had Progressive. Me and my common law wife had Progressive. Mr. Gotza is aware of that.
Remember, you wouldn't swear in. You can't testify to that. So give me some admissible evidence. You wouldn't swear in. Give me some admissible evidence that you had a progressive policy.
Oh, I did say plaintiff. Or no, I did say, I said prosecution earlier because I was talking generally, and usually I'm thinking about criminal court. This is civil. This is a different matter. But nonetheless, still both sides have to be informed of things so that they have a chance to respond appropriately.
Cease party had Progressive as well, Brandy Pierce out of Ohio. And also, it's bad faith with...
I can't take your word for it, Mr. Hansen. You wouldn't swear in.
Nobody swore in. You taking motions?
They aren't testifying. They are putting in motions and arguing. Argument is not testimony. It is not putting any new facts into the discussion. It's arguing about the facts that are already on the record.
From people like that don't qualify to... How was their authority delegated to them? Like, that is the issue. You understand? You accept emotions for people that don't qualify to represent a corporation.
Okay. Ms. Jabori, pursuant to, let me pull this up. I believe it's MCR 2.119G4, but let me make sure so I can state it on the record.
Are you gonna swear yourself in under oath?
Again, he doesn't even... Do not be pro se, ever, even if you're an attorney. Especially don't be pro se if you don't understand the basic difference between testimony, argument, and the role of being a judge. Oh my God.
I'm not giving testimony. 2.116G4, we have no response filed by the plaintiff. I have no evidence presented by the plaintiff.
Like, he's aware that oaths are done in court, but he doesn't know why.
To establish a genuine issue of fact, that there was a progressive...
Phyllis Spiller says, pursuant to MCR, I'm sick of this shit 69.420. I'm issuing a warrant for your arrest.
Progressive policy.
Funny, Dill Spiller.
In existence at the time of the accident. Therefore, I'm granting your motion. You're out. Submit an order. Looks as though we have another motion hearing up next Friday. Oh, that one's being decided on the pleading. So with respect to the settlement conference, I'm going to adjourn this until after we decide that. Let's do 30 days. So the settlement conference is going to be adjourned. Mr. Jabori, put this in the order, even though your client's out, just so that we don't have to have multiple orders on this. Settlement conference is going to be adjourned to August 20th at 10 a.m.
I'll get this and get to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Taylor, did you have anything else?
No.
Mr. Jabori, did you have anything else?
No, I do not.
All right. You're free to go.
Thank you.
I have something else.
Nope, we're done, Mr. Hansen. Don't disrupt my proceedings. I'm muting you. If you continue to talk, I'm going to put you in the waiting room. Okay. Ms. Berry, what case are you here for?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on the Maritai Davis case. I believe we...
Hang up, sir.
We have a settlement conference, and defendant filed a
You're not gonna
MSD.
hang up? What are you doing?
Yes.
Hang up. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Let me pull this
Hang up. What are you doing? Why are you just hanging
Except
up?
I don't. Samantha, are you here on this case?
Pam, I'm covering for Mr. Worth.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just making sure because I didn't see him in.
Yep.
Trying to find my notes at the same time. And
Wow,
I
he's
put
just stayed
Davis
on the
away.
call
Give me
for a
1
long time.
second.
Weird. She said, nah, shut up. Yeah, she did. He can't believe the audacity. Okay. All right. I have to use the bathroom real quick, and then we will do this next court video. These both videos, the last one and this upcoming one, are from Quick Court Clips, by the way. Thank you, Quick Court Clips, for the videos. Hard to say. Tongue twister. Well, I'm gone. Chair will tell you about... Annie! But like the Jamie Foxx one. Do you remember when they remade Annie? I'll be back. Let's go!
Sinches, with any understanding that this bond should ensure, in lieu of arrest or detention of David Earl Howard due to raid, plaintiffs, or defendants by any injury pursuant to the general maritime law and applicable statute law in the form applicable.
Were they trying to do The Wiz? Not quite. The Wiz is actually its own separate entity with original songs and stuff. I like The Wiz. Barry Gordy's actually... I like Barry Gordy movies for the most part. Have you seen The Last Dragon? Yeah, The Last Dragon. That's pretty good too. I like The Wiz. This remake of Annie I don't really like. Not for chud reasons. I know a lot of chuds were upset for the obvious reason. I don't give a shit about that. I just didn't like the movie as much as I like the one from... Is it the 70s? The one where Carol Burnett plays Miss Hannigan, right? That's Carol Burnett, right? 80s? Yeah. Anyway, it's not terrible or anything. It's just not my favorite version. You never saw The Wiz? Is it good? If you like Wizard of Oz stuff, it's definitely worth watching. I enjoy it. I find a lot of the songs catchy. I've heard the movie adaptation isn't as good as the original stage play, but that's kind of a thing with a lot of adaptations. So, but no, I think The Wiz is generally pretty good. Like the costume design, the production design in general is incredible.
Contracts, applicable contracts. None of
Peep Lord says, Super sucks Annie spent her older years in wealth because she went on to invent the orphan juicer.
which are to regard as waived
Gotta do something with that Warbucks money.
or are specifically reserved. Bond order.
Oh, and there's some creepy stuff in The Wiz, too. Like in the subway, when the subway columns come to life. Like, that's up there with, like, Return to Oz in terms of, like, creepy out-of-nowhere moments. I like Oz adaptations, even though a lot of them are bad. Speaking of which, there's your Oz the Great and Powerful. Ooh, Sam Raimi. So stinky. Jade Monkey, thanks for 32 months. Oh, that's a pretty bad one.
Negotiate this item through the back office for settlement via the pass-through account, David Earl Howard.
Jade Monkey, thanks for 32 months.
SSN and the QSIP number at the Treasury window.
Funny that The Wiz is considered one of the worst movies and musicals of all time. It's in the Criterion Collection now. So who's laughing?
Department of the Treasury. 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. 2220 for the settlement and set-off of case number 75C01-2311-46 F6-00157. Zero in the account, set the account to not collect any further. A dishonor of the above bond is a violation of the National Bankruptcy Act.
I believe this is a hearing about some sort of unpaid debt. I think it's a civil matter.
I got a jurat in the back. Using notary, this document does not constitute any adhesion, nor does it alter my status in any manner. The purpose for this notification is verification and identification only, and not...
Did he burp into the mic? He might have. I've noticed that's a thing dudes do often. I used to do it too before I transitioned. It's definitely some sort of, like, man socialization thing. I don't get it. I'm not saying all men do this. I'm just saying the people who do this, I primarily are men.
For entrance into any foreign...
To be clear, everyone does that as a mistake sometimes. Everyone, you know, it's not bad to burp. Just, you know, the whole thing where you're talking and you're just like, and you just, like, let it go, like you're... I don't know.
Jurisdiction. Here, I just read off to you another. This is the 5th time I've put in.
That's repulsive. Yeah, you save your burps for when you're alone with your wife so you can have a burping contest. That's where it's appropriate.
A bill of exchange to set off this account. The 5th time. This bond is bonding all involved, indemnifying all that it involved. That means there's no money left on the table is basically what that's saying. It's all been covered.
Burping around friends implies a level of comfort. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. If you're, like, with your friends or family or whatever, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in a formal or, like, a setting where you're presenting something. Obviously, everyone burps and stuff, especially with your friends or... It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about informal settings like a courtroom or when you are doing a show or something.
So yet again, we are still here doing a trial for something that's already been zeroed out.
So presumably he sent one of his sovereign citizen fake debt instruments to try and remove the debt. It didn't work, and now we're here, would be my guess. You're burping more since you started GLP-1s. Anyone else? That's interesting. This is something... Let me just say my little anecdotal thing. I know I have other trans people in my audience, and either direction works, whether you're taking T or E. I'd like to hear your opinion on this. In my anecdotal experience, when I started taking E and T blockers, it became much more difficult to burp and other gaseous functions. Like, does estrogen make you less... Does it do something with your gut chemistry that makes you produce less gas? Or at least make it more difficult to release? Because I get bloated way more often than I used to, because I used to be able to, like, burp all the time. But once I got on estrogen and T blockers, it kind of stopped. So I'm curious if the opposite is true for people who went on T. Did they start having more gas or burps and stuff?
Treasury rules on bills of
You're on ecstasy, Hannah. I wish. Different E. It does give me ecstasy, though, to be on it.
exchange.
You're a trans man, and yes, you have more gas now? Okay. Well, there's one data point, aka an anecdote.
I've entered it multiple times in multiple ways.
It happened with crying. Interesting.
But I'm not going to
I
take.
cry a lot more easily than I used to. That's just because I'm more in touch with my emotions, though. The hormones probably helped, but I was also very blocked up emotionally.
Give any more of you guys time. I believe that legal tender has been made. And
All right, you're wrong. It's not considered legal tender.
And that's all. That's all I got for y'all. I mean, I
Is the guy, like, over the phone? Where is he?
paid it.
Sounds like
Legal-
he's calling in.
Paid it. Set it off.
All right, so are you passing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, I thank you guys for your time.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to Mr. Pullis and let him try to cross-examine. He says you're raising their stuff there. Do you want to cross-examine him?
I do. Sure.
Okay, so that means we're done, Mr. Howard. Don't run off with that exhibit. It's admitted, so I need it for the record.
Okay.
And then you can go back and take your seat, and you need to indicate to me whether you intend to call another witness or you're resting. Oh, well, I guess, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, did you have a question for him before I go further?
Oh, there's a jury here. This is during a trial.
Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, he's on the stand. He's on the stand.
You're raising their hand.
Thank you.
Does anyone have a question?
I was so confused because we didn't have the view of the stand. We normally do. Might be in a place where if you recorded the stand, you would record the jury so they're not showing that angle.
One question. Stay right there, sir. Oh, you can't ask him out loud. Get right down. Sorry.
You can't wait to get on E so you can finally cry, Mar. It is nice. It is nice. Radiology says I've started to glow rather than sweat. Lie. Your sweat doesn't smell bad, though, anymore. At least not as bad. It really is different once you're on E and off of T. Your whole body scent changes, and your BO does not smell like dude BO anymore. It's kind of crazy.
That's all right. You're the first one to do it, so I probably forgot what I said earlier. Okay. Ready, Mr. Howard?
Yes, sir.
Question 1. What does he mean by zeroed out? Then it says, in parentheses, Stark County clerk. What does he mean by bonded out times 2? So let's start with the first one. What does he mean by zeroed out?
Right.
I'm actually fascinated that he's answering jury questions. I really like this thing with the jury asking questions.
See how do I put that in? By the Bills of Exchange Act, by the, I guess it would be the Treasury also, the United States Treasury, there is no legal money. Everything is ran off of a fiat system, debt system. When you tender payment, no matter if the intended trustee accepts it or not, your debt.
James says, male and female BO have very distinctly different smells. I thought I was the only one who noticed. James, I hate to break it to you. You're not the first person to notice that.
Is discharged because it is an obligation of the United States Incorporated. So I paid multiple times and I just went downstairs and checked.
You didn't pay. You didn't pay, though. You sent them fake legal instruments that you think constitute a payment, but it does not.
My account says 0. I am zeroed. So I have literally zeroed out my account already. It's in their own computers here in Stark County Circuit Court. Because once you tender payment, your debt is set off, which means it is zeroed out. There's no more to add to it. You know what I'm saying? I can't pay nothing for zero. You see what I'm saying by that? It is literally zeroed out. As in amount owed, zero. Amount due, zero. There's nothing else to add to it because you can't add nothing to a zero.
You can add to a zero. It's just whatever the number you're adding is.
You see what I'm saying? Like, literally, it means...
Black's Law Dictionary request. What do you want me to look up, Jade Monkey? Oh, why is it cut off there? I wanted to see the ruling. Sad face. Have we asked for fiat before? I don't think so. Let me look while we watch this next court one.
Counsel going to call again.
No, you can multiply by zero. You can't divide by zero.
9 o'clock.
Multiplying things by zero is zero. Dividing by zero is a malfunction. You can't do it.
Case. We are on the record in cause number DC 23-03286, Delta Victor LLC versus Lisa Irene Writing et al. May I have you to announce on the record? Let me know your name and who you represent.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Dubiel for the plaintiff.
I believe this is another civil matter where a sovereign citizen sent a fraudulent check. I think they sent a fraudulent check that they presumably think is legitimate for SovCit things.
All right.
And Lisa Irene Writing Nyber in full life, sui juris, as well as by special appearance, not generally today.
Okay, and your
Fiat, Latin for let it be done. 1, an order or decree, especially an arbitrary one. 2, a court decree, one relating to routine matter such as scheduling. A fiat to be filed by the court, setting the hearing date, also termed fiant.
Presenting yourself, is that correct, Ms. Writing?
I am representing the beneficiary of the uppercase name in the estate. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you a lawyer, Ms. Writing?
No, I am attorney in fact.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
I am.
You're not an attorney in fact, you're a pro se litigant. An attorney in fact is someone who is the... Oh, it's about trust law. Shit. Is it you are the fiduciary or you're the trustee? Fuck. I don't remember. It has to do with trust, though, and that's not what this is. Juggle command will do.
I am a private attorney in fact.
Private attorney in fact. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like having a power of attorney. Thank you. It's effectively like having the power of attorney. Thank you. Yeah, I misremembered that. Thank you for the correction.
It means...
Because Cameron says that all the time. He says he's an attorney in fact. And that's because he, I think, gets people to sign over power of attorney to him sometimes or something. I don't know.
Specifically that I have a private, exclusive power of attorney over the estate affairs as its beneficiary, and I have a right to conduct business that is necessary, including legal matters.
Okay, my question to you was, were you a licensed attorney?
No,
in
ma'am.
the state of Texas?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
And it's clear of my status as well. That has been submitted to court from my very first appearance.
Okay. Counsel for the plaintiff, this is your...
What happened to Cameron? He's still doing his thing, but he's boring. He lost a lot of his followers, or at least they're not present anymore on his live streams. He's just a lot less interesting than he used to be. I'm still keeping an eye on him. If he ever does anything noteworthy, I'll let you guys know and we'll watch it. But he's just kind of treading water at this point. Luckily, he seems to have stalled out due to some personal issues in his life. So,
your motion to disperse funds. Let me hear from you at this time.
Thanks, Your Honor. So back in August of last year, this court entered summary judgment in favor of plaintiff for $970,000 and 15% in interest per.
I'm sorry, $970,000?
Summary judgment in favor of plaintiff for $970,000.
$1 million. You sent them a fraudulent check for almost $1 million?
And 15% in interest per annum. In March of this year, the defendant delivered a purported check.
15% APR on $1 million? I'd be fucked. I'd never. It's a Sisyphean task. Never get paid.
Back to the Dallas County registry in the amount of $1,350,000 and received.
If I got that kind of judgment, I'm just, well, that's your problem at that point, you know? You charge me for like $100,000. Oh fuck! You charge me for $1 million at 15% APR. You're fucked. What good luck.
A receipt for that amount from the registry of the court, and that quote certified funds and the receipt are attached as Exhibit A. In April of this year, the Dallas County Court and Bank of America North America Treasury Servicing and Operations exchanged a series of emails regarding the validity of that check, and the latter showed that those funds were fraudulent and recommended reissuance or wire transfer. In July of this year, the defendant sent another purported payment in the amount of $1,350,000.
Oh, okay. We overpaid or waited like 2 years.
To the registry of the court. That purported payment is also attached as Exhibit A. In August of this year, David Bradley, who is the accounting and collection supervisor of Dallas County District Clerk, wrote an email to the plaintiff stating that the only valid payment he has received in conjunction with this case are the filing fees that I paid in March of last year. So it's my understanding that the plaintiff a representative.
What are they paying for that cost this much? It's the finding of the court. It was a penalty. It's I don't know, or at least she owes it. I don't know what the exact situation is.
With Mr. Bradley yesterday, who again confirmed
the court ordered her to pay it, and she has not paid it except with fraudulent checks.
There are no funds currently with the registry of the court. Now, although this motion is entitled Motion to Disperse Funds, it's clear there are no funds to disperse. I've also cited authority that the court has great latitude in dealing with these funds and has the equitable power to make such orders as it deems necessary to
there's equity.
Protect them. So to that,
it's funny hearing people say equity in a correct context.
And I uploaded an additional order.
May not be property, may be punitive, possible.
Yesterday for the court's review, which would require the defendant to make payment in the form of cash check, money order, or wire transfer. However, I'd like to strike through check, given that 2 fraudulent instruments have been submitted to the court already. And so I would ask the court to sign the order in the form
it's annual,
uploaded,
James.
But strike through check.
All right. And did you mention that you uploaded an order on yesterday? If so, I don't see it on our system just yet, but I can go and pull it down. The last order that we have, it looks like it was uploaded on September 3rd.
I can do that, Your Honor. It was yesterday. It has been accepted. I thought that I emailed it to Miss Alonso as well. If not, I can certainly do that.
Okay, if Miss Alonso has it, then I can get it, but we'll confirm that.
Okay.
All right, counsel for the plaintiff, is
They
there?
should just use her SESTK trust to pay for it. I think that's what she was doing. I think that's what the fraudulent checks are, is she thinks she's sending checks from her SESTK account that does not exist.
Anything else
Sovereign citizens do this all the time.
regarding your presentation?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
They try to pay bills or court judgments or tickets with it.
It's writing.
And they always get in more trouble.
Appropriately addressing me. And to correct a few items, and just in summary, is I also submitted a corrected order for disbursement yesterday, and it was received as well. So you should have two of them there, Your Honor. Also in correcting, I did not provide a check.
Got you, James. Thanks for clearing that up.
Also provided what is called a negotiable instrument. That negotiable instrument was against a bond and is legal tender, and it was received, and there is an official receipt on file for that. That was filed on 3/15, and on 3/29, the trustee and clerk of the court, Felicia, moved it directly to the plaintiff. On 4/8, you signed a order that the case was closed. As part of that process, it clearly states specifically on the receipt that it has to be held for 30 days because it could be appealed. As you
Green Guy says, Hannah, are you going to make a wish list for stuff you need during and after your operation procedure? Probably. That's a bit off, though, so it's going to be a while before then. But yeah, probably.
It was only after continued trespassing was occurring by a bar member that I submitted a second payment. And I appreciate the trustee's office because they returned the second payment with a note that said tender payment had already been made. I appreciate them staying in honor. Since then, I have also filed an IRS corrected 1099-A form, primarily because the TTNL operator and the money logs, 120 logs, actually showed that the case had already been prepaid. In addition,
did you say a 1099-A?
I have done some research and requested through the Treasury directly the bond number on this case and docket. They refused, but my broker was able to find it directly. So as part of that process, the setup process may be a little bit different than utilizing a check or wire transfer as the plaintiff counsel appears. However, my packet was also submitted with a Form 56 as the fiduciary in the case trustees.
According to the IRS website, the Form 1099-A for each borrower, if you lend money in connection with your trade or business and in full or partial satisfaction of the debt, you acquire an interest in property that's secured for the debt, or you have reason to know that the property has been abandoned. You need not be in the business of lending money to be subject to this reporting requirement. If you lend money in connection with your business, in full or partial satisfaction of the debt, you acquire an interest in property that's secured for the debt, or you have a reason to know that the property's been abandoned. I don't understand it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get what that means. If anyone understands, explain it.
Are mandated to file and
for acquisition or abandonment of property.
And also file Title 48. And they're also titled to do the set-offs as
if you get some property instead of being paid back the loan. Okay.
Required and pull directly from that minor account. I have provided that in.
Like if someone owed you money from a loan, but they were unable to pay it back and there was collateral for the loan and you took in that collateral, that's what a 1099-A is for when you are taking the collateral that you were offered in case someone defaults on their loan?
Brief of all that has been done, but that tender of payment has been accepted and received. And I instructed, even though I am not entitled to give the plaintiffs any legal advice, is to file for the disbursement as the receipt indicates he can do after 30
Seems like it. Tentatively all right. Cool.
days. He failed to do so until about a month ago. However, he has additional bar members that are continuing to trespass on the estate and have attempted both in Arizona as well as in Oregon to continue to garnish and also trying to collect on something that has been paid and closed since
Okay, but it's clearly not been paid, so they're gonna do that. They're gonna take from your paycheck.
April 8th.
Miss Writing, let me stop you right there because I'm having difficulty following. What is the relief that you are seeking from this court? You just heard the plaintiff represent his argument that defendant submit funds to the registry in the court in the form of cash, money order, or wire transfer. What relief are you seeking from this court at this time?
I'm just looking for the disbursement to be signed, but according to the one that I submitted. So I submitted a corrected disbursement with the accurate information on it. And I had 2 additional items in which I was asking. My order and adjudicated and decree includes that
I can say ghost and gold without doing gold or ghost. I'm doing that intentionally for comedic effect. I can say ghost. I can say, what was the other word? Gold. I can say it. I can say it normal.
The court releases and makes disbursement of funds and satisfaction of debt to the alleged creditors. The tender of payment had already been made to the court in accord with 28 USC 2041, USC 307, 304, and 306. The court did not dishonor that tender, and therefore the tender and adjudicated claim in accordance with 2045. I also asked for 3 additional elements. I asked for the case to be sealed because confidential information that the bar member failed to redact and mark as confidential will help protect me from additional identity theft.
Do vehicle, 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 vehicle.
Because it has my social security number on it. I also asked that the bar member release ongoing harassment of Lisa Writing.
Green guy says ghoul, ghoul, ghoul.
In the lowercase, as well as trespassing on the estate. And lastly, I asked that the bar member for the plaintiff dismiss with prejudice any additional orders that he has legal action in Arizona and Oregon for garnishments. If one other stipulation here is that if the plaintiff's bar member is refusing to accept legal tender that has already been received by the court, and he's motioning to strike that I use another form of methodology for paying, I would also move to have a motion that he uses his bond to pay it rather than the bond that I was submitted.
There's no, that's not how any of this works. None of this is from bonds. Pay it with a check connected to a bank account with money.
All right. Counsel for the plaintiff, brief response.
Radiology says, don't feel singled out. All Americans sound weird and funny. Everyone sounds weird and funny. It came with being a disgusting meat being. We're just making noises, pushing air out of our fucking meat. Stop pushing air out of your meat.
So as far as the receipt that the defendant has received, that's a receipt simply acknowledging the documents that the registry of the court received in their office. There's actually been no transfer of funds, and that's been confirmed multiple times. One thing I did hear, and I don't believe any personal information has been disseminated to the court, and we certainly have no intention and will not do that. But otherwise, the defendant must comply with the rules of the court, which require cash, check, money order, or wire transfer.
M. Scheffler, thanks for a 60 stream streak.
Transfer. But again, I'm going to submit an additional order or ask the court to strike through the use, the word check in the order.
Green guy says, I'm a meat popsicle. I don't think you are. You're not frozen.
Already submitted.
All right. Anything else? Counsel for the plaintiff, since you're the movant?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Writing, anything else?
I would probably just define, if I don't want to get into semantics here, but, you know, for the plaintiff's attorney, money is defined by the UCC in accord with section 1201-24.
Radiology says, I'm raising the motion that only Australians have mastered the English language. Point of order. Makas. Akadaka. Motion denied.
Specifically, and I can get into an argument of what is legal tender, even down to 18 USC 8, including bonds. But I have provided all legal tender and obligations to the United States in accord with public policy. You, as its trustee, according to 31 USC 5118D 1 and 2, are required to discharge this debt. And legal tender was made at the time of payment, which was on 3/15 and closed officially on 4/8.
All right. I will review the 2 proposed orders that have been submitted to the court. I will sign an order today as it relates to the plaintiff's motion to disperse funds. That will be uploaded on our...
You love saying diarrhea with an Aussie accent? Diarrhea! That is pretty fun. Diarrhea! Crikey! Diarrhea!
System for you to be... Are there any other questions for the court?
No, Your Honor, other than should I submit a new order or no? Striking through check, word check.
Did you mention that you had emailed also the latest order to Mrs. Alonso?
I believe I did. If not, I will do it the moment we get off this hearing.
Okay, if you can double check, because again, I am going to go to our clerk. Again, the last order that I show uploaded is September 3rd. I will let them know that there should be some more orders out there. Can you pull those down and give them to me so I can review them and get one signed today?
Thanks so much, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, that concludes our hearing.
Yeah, and Your Honor, I also submitted almost an identical, but with the 3 additional items I was asking for.
Correct. And as I mentioned before, I'll be reviewing both orders, make the determination which one is appropriate in line with the court's ruling. And I will basically sign that particular order today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
They're not getting that money. I mean, they'll get the stuff that they're getting out of the paycheck. But they're never going to get that full amount. That's just not going to happen. Oh, God. What have these 2 been up to?
The ants are marching in for the court code. And I'm using my trust account. We're all...
Garotz with 50 bits says, I realized I had an accent when I just first arrived to the States. The kids in the bus were talking about my accent, and I said, what accent? Then they laughed so hard because they thought I was playing along. I wasn't. Subjectivity. Very difficult for kids to get their head around. And adults!
Hello, good men, women, sons, and daughters. This is Cadispinda.
And I'm Aaron.
And we are...
Aaron. Reminder that they're into the twin flames thing. They're a twin flame couple.
And we are here tonight to drop some bombs on corruption. Wow. Benton County and Franklin County, we are finding out based on patterns that we have been watching since March 3rd, when we first walked into Benton County Commissioners meeting in Prosser at the Prosser Courthouse in Washington State. And since then, what is this, July now? So it's been about 4 months.
Yeah.
It seems like forever.
Most of 2026 so far.
Yeah.
That's a lot of do nothing, who cares-ery.
That is really a lot of do nothing, who cares-ery, because what we are finding out is that the rules of the game of life, the rules of the government, which means mind control, are preventing these people from helping.
What was the cult that force masculinized some women? Was that Nexium? Sounds like Nexium. I'm not positive, though.
Helping us, and we have to let them know that. So this is what we have been doing. And a rule to say that you can't answer me. I mean, I can give a public comment, but you can't answer me.
Well, as we've seen, they'll answer if it...
Oh, was that Twin Flames?
It personally
Yikes.
suits them. We'll see that here in a bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we have started the two-tiered takedown because, as many of you know, we live in a two-tiered system of no justice. There's just us.
Reminder, she's a Trump supporter. She's not talking about the same difference that you or I would be talking about when we're talking about a two-tiered justice system. She's into QAnon stuff. So to her, the two-tiered justice system isn't about class or wealth disparity. In her mind, it's about white hats and black hats involved in child trafficking related to QAnon stuff.
The people, and these people who are supposed to be our public servants, but they've changed titles over the years, and they've changed it from servant to official or officer, because that sounds more stringent, has a lot more weight to it, like scary weight, creepy weight. It's creepy. If you think about how creepy it is that we have people stalking us, and you're going to hear today about the flock cameras because it gets brought up.
Wait, does she think that because flock cameras were put up around her or something that she's being stalked and doesn't understand it's not about her, it's a general, dystopian issue and it has nothing to do with her specifically?
By Aaron and a few other people, actually. This is...
Flock cameras bad, agree. Not about you, though.
Huge thing, and maybe you just want to talk about that just briefly before we get started.
Well, I just became aware of it on X recently because I got...
Hey, Cole Hall, glad you could catch a live. Welcome.
On X so that I can help support this channel and promote it, and Do Nothing Radio, which hopefully you're all subscribed to. But just seeing some of the stories about how law enforcers are abusing this technology in every city, coast to coast, to stalk people, stalk family, and they're abusing that technology here in Benton County. You just know it. Transparency is their least favorite word. They love to create ruses and fabricate crimes and operate in secrecy. And that's what we're up against here in Benton County and far beyond here in the United States.
Yeah, well, what transparency they do love is what these flock cameras offer. And what I'm hearing, they can see through clothes. So as they just...
From what I'm hearing, everybody is saying...
Distract code enforcement with these flock cameras that are everywhere. What did we think? There may be 10 or 12. We didn't know how many there were.
Thank you. So I just got the DFlock app, which I'm going to put in the chat here shortly. But when you download the DFlock app, you can pull up your city and look at a map and find out how many flock cameras have been
installed.
And as a user, you can let people know if a new one goes up, kind of like Waze, if there's an accident or if there's an officer a police officer on the side of the road. You can let other drivers know. It works the same with DFlock. And yes, when I first downloaded the app, I thought it was going to be 10, 20. There are hundreds here in the Tri-Cities.
Yeah.
It's freaking me out.
No, and we've used the app and we've driven by these to verify it, and it was 100% accurate. So check out in the chat when you get a chance. Aaron's going to be putting that. So if you want to know where the flock cameras in your area are, that would be great. I've seen people wearing cowboy hats with mirrors on them, and supposedly that puts a big shiny light around your face. There's all kinds of things, but these flock cameras are not supposed to be going according, what was it? They pulled back the access or something to the flock cameras.
Supposedly in April, a law was passed, and they had to suspend use of the flock cameras, but that's not good enough. We know these people operate in secrecy and they do things behind the scenes without consent, and they will abuse this technology. They have, and they still do. And that's what we're fighting. That's what we're up against.
Yeah, there's a lot of codes out there that have to do with, not stalking. They're the ones that are not supposed to be stalking us, we the people who pay their salaries. And I always like to go back and visit the law of the land. You want to read it this time? The law of the land.
Law of the land. The general misconception is that any statute passed by legislatures bearing the appearance of law constitutes the law of the land. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any statute to be valid must be in agreement. It is impossible for a law which violates the Constitution to be valid. This is succinctly stated as follows, quote, all laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Marbury versus Madison.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's judicial review. That's the finding that created judicial review for the Supreme Court. The problem is, sovereign citizens will cite this and assume because they feel like a specific law, statute, whatever, they don't like it, they interpret it as being against the Constitution from their perspective, they assume they can ignore that law. The problem is, other people don't agree with you. That's not the current interpretation of the courts. You are still going to get arrested. You are still going to go through the court process. And then if you want it to change, you would have to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. But you're not doing that. You're just thinking, well, I think it's against the Constitution, so I'm going to argue on the side of the road with a cop about it and think that's going to solve my problem.
There you go. So we have to understand that if there's a code...
And yes, they don't understand the amendments that give the rights of the states to create their own systems and laws, as long as they do not directly contradict that of the federal government.
That harms us, our privacy. Are you kidding me? They're trying to say, well, you know, then we can know if somebody hurt somebody else, who that person is, right? Well, maybe people wouldn't be harming each other. Maybe people wouldn't be stealing from each other if they had the means to survive and live. But unfortunately, we live in this negative.
Is Kat independently inventing Marxism? Wait a minute. Maybe there wouldn't be so much crime if people's material conditions for survival were met. So funny to me then when, like, ultra-right-wingers accidentally stumble across, like, a leftist thought and think they have invented it.
System that has been created by Luciferians, satanic people, and
capitalists
who basically they created this whole...
It's actually due to bad vibes in the gays.
System and our whole lives in order for us to not be murdered and made homeless and starving, we have to pay them. We have to pay them a lot of taxes because if we don't, and we don't pay the mortgage fraud and the debt and all, you know, that they created, then they will kick us out onto the streets, even though the banks provide nothing. And this week, I laid the bomb down on the Franklin County Commissioner. So we're going to get into that, but wanted to just go ahead and bring that up here. And we're going to go ahead and get started on Benton County. But, you know, just check out what is being exposed.
Sweet Lily Love says the transgenders are to blame, obviously. That's my favorite part of being trans, is being the cause of everyone else's problems. It's very fun. You're so welcome.
And if you are a man or woman who is in Benton or Franklin County and you have had fraud happen against you, if you have been harmed by codes, if you've been harmed by people in the two-tiered system of no justice by a crooked-ass judge, then maybe you want to come out and share names. You know, sharing is caring, and that's what we're doing. We care about you, and we want to care about all the children that are being harmed in this system with these judges and commissioners that are trafficking our children. And we're done with that. And we're going to continue to use the God-given instrument that God gave us to speak out and to...
There you go, Carp Cozian. That's a good usage of that joke. Holy shit, that's good.
Get that truth out into the There's about the trafficking that is happening, the multi-trillion-dollar industry where we get hurt, where our families get pulled apart, where our cars, boats.
Commercial break. Kat got her car and house taken for not
homes
paying.
And grandmas get stolen from us when they have no
Are you the grandma?
Authority to do so. So let's go ahead and without further ado, this is the last Tuesday Benton County public comment section.
She goes to the city council meeting like every time they have one, and she and her boyfriend and some of their sovereign citizen friends just go and say the same public comments at every single meeting.
And then after that, you're going to hear Michael Alvarez and his take on how they're doing, how great they are. They're just amazing. Okay.
So to relive this crap now?
Yes, we do. Here we go.
Public comment. Is there anyone in the room for public comment? If so, please come forward, state your name. You have 3 minutes and...
Oh, no.
That was Franklin.
Okay, so hold on just a second. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there.
And if you go ahead and state your name and address for the record.
Good morning, Commissioners. Marcy Torres from Franklin County. You know, yesterday I was court watching and I talked to 8 different men, 5 of them who have been falsely accused of different violent actions by Mason Pickett. Mason Pickett, it's no longer putting these allegations on paper because, as we know, I have filed a complaint against him, citing many other cases where he has falsely accused other community members of these crimes.
I'm pretty sure you have to be the person to put in a complaint. You can't put in, I don't know if you can put on a complaint on behalf of other people.
No evidence. He uses this as a tactic to take children away and to drain people financially.
Okay, so it's like the police coming with family services or whatever to take custody of children, and it's parents who don't want to admit that maybe there was a problem. Okay.
And while I am
pretty common, the CPS sovereign citizen is definitely a large plurality of the sovereign citizen scene.
Understand that this is probably never going to be your guys' issue. Because as we know, in Benton and Franklin County, justice can be bought by who you know and who you associate with. I'm here to ask that you guys please do something about this. There is no way that we can continue to allow these false allegations of abuse to harm people.
Like, what actionable thing are you asking for right now, lady? What actionable, thing are you asking? What is the call to action here? You are vaguely describing people who you claim are being falsely accused and had their children taken away. I don't know who these people are. I don't know the allegations against them. I don't know what evidence is connected to those allegations. I don't know you or your trust level or whether or not you're actually looking into any of these things for these people. There's nothing anyone can do with the information you are giving. Those people need to go through their due process. The implication that there's something wrong with the process, that's something that you would handle in court, most likely. You don't go to your city council for this. They can't do anything.
To harm their families?
Because Kat's involved, I have a high certainty this is a nonsense allegation. Yeah, pretty much.
And to continue to destroy...
Whenever I've watched these, and I don't usually play them on stream just because I don't know if people have that much interest in it, it's the same group of people coming every time complaining about charges people they know have, making false allegations of child trafficking against CPS. It's a whole thing. Skipazoa says, I mean, you can accept that you did something wrong to your kids, or you can blame the CPS and that you're actually the victim. Hard choice.
The very people that you expect to pay taxes to cover all these programs that you guys have in place. I also want to talk to you. There is a woman that was hired by Benton County Behavioral Health, and she's the behavioral health coordinator for Benton County.
Oh, there's a tip. Sorry. Just a Peach said, Bob Dylan called the Kingston Trio a puritanical leftist group who had a stranglehold on folk music in the 60s. They said that you shouldn't have to pay 10 cents instead of 5 cents because that was too much for the common man to pay for the train.
Tula Jackson. Did anyone check her background before she was hired? Because she was fired from her previous job for HIPAA violations.
Okay, I imagine that they're familiar. I don't know what to tell you. That's one of the things references are for. I don't know what to tell you. I also don't know if your information is correct.
And if anyone would have checked her record, you guys would have known that she disclosed very terrible.
We have someone in chat who wants to go on the Salt Lamp. Which Bed Bath & Beyond store was that, and is it still open? No, there's no Bed Bath & Beyond stores still open that were connected to that original company. No. It's gone.
She did to a little girl in front of Judge Norma Rodriguez.
You can skip the Salt Lamp. You can just start taking estrogen. It's fine.
I want to know
That's completely allowed. I'll bequeath it. Woo! Anyone who wants to be on hormones in chat, you now have been given the allowance to do so. Get on hormones if you want. This is the sign. This is the sign. Woo!
Who is looking at people's backgrounds before we hired them? Especially in the kind of position she was hired for. Her name is Tula Jackson. And there's a current protection order against her for this little girl. And she's not allowed to be around her.
You have estrogen already. Can you still lick the salt lamp? Yeah, especially on E, you're going to want to lick that salt lamp.
So I want answers.
Although I guess it's more the T blockers that make you crave salt. Whatever.
And I expect people...
You think you've tasted salt. You think you've tasted salt. You have not tasted salt unless you've full-on licked a salt lamp. Then you have tasted salt. Not good.
To start doing their job. And I'm willing to volunteer my time if you guys don't have someone that can...
Let me in! Give me power so I can hurt the people I don't like.
Do background checks that can investigate what these people are about before we give them a job. Paid for by taxpayer funding. Because clearly we have a lot of people that are not doing jack squad.
Squat.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anybody else in Kennewick? Up. Ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and let Jim go. Up. You're good? Okay. Just want to make sure he rose his hand a little bit for you. I'll go ahead.
Here comes
just get your
Kat.
name and address for the record.
Sure. I'm Kat.
We'll listen to her thing and then we'll probably move on.
Spinda with the two-tiered takedown. I'm a part of this community.
With the two-tiered takedown like it's a thing. Like it's a thing. Oh my god, how many views does this even have? Not enough to act like you're a thing.
And last month I was here and I served to you a petition for redress of grievances that is allowed per the state of Washington Constitution.
You're allowed to do it. I don't know if they have to respond.
It's been a month now. I gave a 21-day deadline, and I received one answer back from the Bar Association. A little letter, nobody signed it, saying that they didn't recognize anything, they didn't understand what I was saying, and they sent me a form to put a complaint against an attorney. No one here answered. Pete Serrano didn't answer. Bob Ferguson didn't answer. No one answered. In fact,
yeah, you sent them a crazy person letter. People don't respond to those typically unless they have to.
So I'm here to let people know government. What does that mean? Well, govern means control, and ment means mind. This is mind control.
That's not what government means. It does not mean mind control.
is what's happening. And I would hope that you guys wanted to get involved in politics because you wanted to serve the people and the community. The very rules that you are bound to tie your hands from helping we, the people. You're not helping we, the people, you're helping the lawyers, the judges, your friends, people in the county. You've already admitted on the record that you guys are controlled by the West Side. So when does it come to that point where you stand up for the people and do the right thing? You can't even look at me. You guys all look down because this is not your.
Yeah, listening to crazy people, I'm weird in that it's like a train crash. Have to stare at it. Lots of people, though, understandably, this is just like an automatic reaction when they hear a crazy person talking, someone completely out of their mind. They feel weird. It gives people a weird. They're uncomfortable. They don't know how to respond. So they often kind of go inside and ignore and try and not engage. I see this in public too. I've seen instances before where there's like a crazy person in public and there's like cops interacting with them, but anyone around is like, that's a reaction people have when they're feeling weird because they don't know what to do because a crazy person's talking.
Purview, right? Not your purview.
Also, you've been here many times, so you're just going to say the same stuff you always do.
So we have gone rogue. I would like to announce here today in front of everyone that we now are under a rogue government who does not serve us. Are you proud of that? Is that what you wanted to do growing up in life? Did you want to serve a rogue government that can't even help us, help our children that are being trafficked in this system? We're protecting rapists, pedophiles. Is that what you guys got into politics for? Poly means multiple. Ticks means blood suckers.
Also not the correct etymology of politics.
So we have multiple blood suckers that are in office, sitting behind the bench. This is a parasitic, vampiric system, and we have order followers. The order followers of the world are the ones.
Yes, she's a Trump voter, still a big supporter.
That are responsible for every form of slavery. I mean, who actually cheers for the stormtroopers?
You're a Trump voter. You're a big Trump supporter. You're into the day of the rope. You expressly talk about wanting to hang people you don't like.
In Star Wars.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you very much.
Also, I'm going to be real. If you're trying to talk about real world politics and you bring up Star Wars, I hate you. Are you a child? Are we having a serious discussion? Or are we talking about fucking a series made primarily to sell toys through Kenner? Like, what? No! No! We're not doing this. Grow up. And I'm the movie bitch. I like movies, but holy shit, there's a time and a place.
Under a rogue government, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Yeah, excuse me. Right behind Jim, come up. You want him to come up? Okay. What I'm trying to do is just make sure, because he's in the back, you guys don't see him and stuff. He's been having his hand up, but if he's cool with you having him go first, that's fine.
All right, and that was the end of her talk with them this week. I have so much more I wanted to cover. God damn it. We're coming up on 3 hours. Do I have time for one of these? I have time for this. I have time for this. This is courtesy of Team Skeptic. Thank you, Team Skeptic, for uploading this. This is a sovereign citizen trying to serve the judge with paperwork instead of filing it with the clerk of court as you are supposed to.
26M1811, David Carr. Hey, Mr. Carr, how are you?
Very well. Oh, Your Honor, may I push against the document? The presumption of rebuttal to the facts of the.
So, sir, I can't take this now. You're going to have to file it downstairs to the clerk's office.
That's your copy. Thank you.
That's not how it works.
Take this now, sir.
That's your copy.
He just keeps repeating it as if repeating it changes the rules of court.
I'm good. It's your copy, ma'am.
You cannot hand things to the judge ex parte. You cannot just be like, here's a motion that you've never seen before and I haven't shown the other side.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Do not take this, sir. Please take it back.
You can do whatever. It's your copy, ma'am.
You can file it with the clerk's office. You cannot approach a court and just hand them a bunch of paper. That's not appropriate.
I asked you if I could give it to you. You let me. You walked up, took it from me.
Sir, please take it back.
I'm good, ma'am. It's evidence on this court for this case.
Okay, you can take it back
I'm
and
good.
file it downstairs in the clerk's office.
Thank you.
Please take it back and file it with the clerk's office.
I can't take those papers.
You can take those papers. It's improper to hand them to the judge. That is improper. You need to file them. This is court, one of the most formal places you can be in society. There are strict rules and standards and guidelines, and you must follow them to successfully navigate the system. It's a little Kafka-esque, but it is nonetheless the system, which is why you have the right to an attorney who knows how to navigate that system much better than you do. But you've decided to be a little narcissist weirdo and think that you can navigate that system without any training. And then we end up in situations like this.
Sir, I am not taking this. Please take it back and file it.
It's your copy. You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah.
To file it with the clerk's office downstairs. Thank you. All right, I see that you object to magistrate jurisdiction. That's fine.
That's not my. It's the copy today.
You have your own copies?
Yep.
Okay, just file them with the clerk's downstairs.
Sir, are you now or have you ever served in the United States military?
No,
Okay, and did you carefully review this document, watch a video advising you of your rights?
I believe so.
Okay, any questions for me about your rights?
Yeah, I need to see a delegation of authority or the bid bonds and the performance bonds in this case in the 1090.
So he's asking for the delegation of authority and the bonds. What he is asking for is essentially, who says you have authority over me? Can I see that in writing? And the second is, if you do things wrong, I'm going to sue you, so you better have a bond.
99A.
Okay, you can file any motions downstairs at the clerk's office.
But
You-
and I need to see your oath of office.
Okay, I don't
Same
have that
thing.
with me.
It's
right-
publicly available. You can find it online usually.
It's in my-
If not, you can go to the clerk of court and ask for it, and they'll be able to get it for you, maybe for a small fee.
my office, and I'm not gonna get it.
It's synonymous with the driver's license, isn't it? Like
No, it's
you're supposed to have you're supposed
It is not analogous to a driver's license, no.
to have it to operate. Are you not? A bond?
I do not need to carry that with me to do my job. That's not how this works. And so we will continue your case to Division 8 with Judge Meyer. Do you have any questions for me about the offenses that you're accused of, what they mean?
Yeah, they're conflicting. How can I be parked and how can I be driving?
So do you
If I'm parked, how can I be driving? Wait until you hear this. In order to park somewhere that you weren't before, you operate the vehicle and drive it somewhere else. And if the car is on, it doesn't usually matter if you're parked. You're still operating the vehicle if you are behind the wheel of a car and its ignition is turned on. Or if the keys are in the ignition, even that can count in some states for like DUI stuff, even if the car's off. Having access to the keys can even be a thing in certain states.
questions for me about what they mean?
What?
Do you have any questions for me about what the charges mean?
I don't understand how we can proceed without a delegation of authority.
Okay. Well, you can file any motions or legal challenges that you want to. We'll
It's up to the
continue-
court to prove they have a delegation of authority.
Nope.
I'm supposed to see it, and I'm supposed to see a signed sworn affidavit.
That's not.
Unstable Deadbeat says, do you think this is an extremely frustrating day for a judge or one that breaks up the monotony of their job and gives them something to laugh about at the end of the day? Really depends on the judge. I've seen judges that find dealing with sovereign citizens really interesting and they enjoy it. They like to learn what the sovereign citizens' beliefs are. I've seen judges that are just done the second it comes up. They've heard it too much or just don't want to deal with it and they shut it down immediately. So it depends both on who the judge is. Everyone's an individual. And secondly, I would imagine how packed the docket is for that day. Like, I imagine certain judges, if they have a pretty light schedule, relatively speaking, that day, might take a little more time and, hear out what they have to say out of interest or whatever. But yeah, the courts are usually pretty packed and their dockets are full. So I imagine a lot of it comes from, this is a waste of time. This is such a waste of time. We need to get through this. I have so many cases to get through today.
Not how this works.
It is.
So we will continue this case.
It's like pretrial services. It's totally against due process. It's a violation of due process. That's why I don't have it. But all these other people are getting it when it's a violation of due process.
And we will continue your case with Judge Meyer. You are on bond, sir. And let me pull up your bond.
I'm not the sole proprietorship.
And so it looks like you are on bond. I'll continue your surety bond to Division 8 with Judge Meyer. And that next court date would be?
July 16th at 10 a.m.
July 16th at 10. Do you want an application to the Public Defender's Office? All right, so your case is continued. Thank you. Sir, if you want to wait in that little hallway, we'll get you your paperwork.
Yeah, so this dipshit
People versus David Carr, 26 today, sir.
I need to know the nature and the cause of this.
Here he is again. How long is this clip? Do we have time for this? Let me see. Yeah, it's like 6 minutes. Let's do it.
Okay, so Mr. Carr, I'm not sure what you mean by that. It looks like you were arrested. There was a finding of probable cause. A charging document has been provided to you and bond was set at the bond hearing.
I have a right to face my accusers.
He needs a competency hearing. Unfortunately, I think he would pass a competency hearing.
Immediately, and where are they? Who are my accusers?
The bar for competency is pretty low.
So, Mr. Carr, if you want to set the case for trial at that point, then the district attorney's office would have the right or would be required at that time to prove the charges.
I don't understand how we can proceed without knowing the nature and the cause.
So, Mr. Carr, you were given
You have been informed of the nature and cause. The fact that you are insistent that you refuse to understand it does not change the fact that you were, in fact, informed of the nature and cause during the arraignment. That's its purpose.
Copy of the charging document and the charges alleged against you. There are 7 counts alleged. The first is possessing a defaced firearm. The second is parking where prohibited. The third is having an open alcoholic beverage container in a vehicle. The fourth is possession of drug paraphernalia. The fifth is possession of a controlled substance. The sixth is driving without a valid license. And the seventh allegation is having a license plate improperly attached or not visible. So those are the 7 allegations against you.
Is this a civil or a criminal case?
So
it's criminal. Are you serious?
So it's a criminal case. The first count is a class 1 misdemeanor. The second count is a...
Can I point out, if you're an adult, one of the basic things you should know as an adult, like things along the lines of like, hey, you can't smoke in airplanes, and you gotta wait in line at the grocery store. Don't cut in front of people. I don't know. Basic human being shit. The basic machines. I don't know. One of the basic things every human being should know is the difference, basically, between civil and criminal law. If you don't know that, what are you doing? What have you been up to for decades as a person?
Class B traffic infraction. The third
count... it's foundational to how our society functions, is that there's, crime and there are civil infractions. And how people interact through those civil rules and engagements affects everything.
It's a class A traffic infraction.
So
fourth count, let me finish. You asked me a question, I'm answering you. The fourth count is a drug petty offense. The fifth count is a drug misdemeanor 1. The sixth count is a class A traffic infraction, and the seventh count...
Gillis Filler says, the simple machines, not cutting in the line, no smoking on a plane, civil versus criminal law, arbitrage. You know what I mean? I wasn't saying those are machines. I'm saying it's a basic human thing everyone should know. Who wrote who wrote Starship Troopers? Who wrote Starship Troopers? It's like his competent man speech.
Is a class B traffic infraction. So the allegations fall under Title 40.
Timeline, thank you.
Half of them and the other half fall under Title 18. So, Mr. Carr, are you wanting a chance to hire an attorney, apply for a court-appointed lawyer, or are you wanting to represent yourself?
I still don't know I still need to know who my accusers are.
Okay, so I just explained it's the state of Colorado. Those are the 7 allegations against you. So, Mr. Carr, are you wanting to represent yourself, or are you wanting a referral to the public defender's office?
There's no victim. How can we move forward?
Okay, so Mr. Carr, I'm not going to go in circles with you. Those are the allegations. They've been brought under Title 18 and Title 24. Mr. Carr, is your phone on right now?
No.
Okay, put your phone down, turn it off, and put it on the table behind you.
See that?
Deputy, do you want to approach and take a look at his phone? Mr. Carr, you've already been warned once that you cannot record in the courts.
That'd be so funny if he is recording.
I'm not gonna lock my phone. You're looking at my password. I set it down.
Okay, then I'm going to have the deputy hold on to your phone until you walk out of my courtroom.
There you go.
Mr. Carr, how are you wanting to proceed today?
I don't understand how we can proceed without knowing this.
Okay, Mr. Carr, I've already explained to you what the allegations are. You have the right to a jury trial. All of your rights were already advised and provided to you in writing at the bond hearing. They were also provided to you at your last court date in Division A. So you've been advised of your rights. You have the right to represent yourself. You also have the right to apply for court-appointed counsel. If you would like an application to the public defender's office, I'd be happy to provide that to you. You also have the right to hire your own attorney.
I'm not a U.S. citizen, as I'm not a 14th Amendment.
Don't say that.
I'm a citizen. I'm a state citizen.
Oh, so you're not a citizen?
Has jurisdiction over me.
U.S. citizen or a citizen of another country or another state.
This court just claims jurisdiction?
I have jurisdiction pursuant to those state statutes.
Jurisdiction?
Mr. Carr, how are you wanting to proceed today?
I don't understand how we can proceed.
Mr. Rudolph, is there an offer that's going to be extended by your office? If so, why don't you put it on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer in this case is for the defendant to plead guilty to possession of a defaced firearm, a Class 1 misdemeanor, as well as the possession of a controlled substance, Schedule 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, a Class 1 drug misdemeanor, with him serving 60 days of straight time or 90 days of work release. And he'd have to pay court costs. The offer would be revoked upon him setting for trial.
Okay, so Mr. Carr, that's the offer that the DA's office is extending to you. You have the right to accept it or not. How are you wanting to proceed today?
I don't understand how we can proceed.
Okay, so Mr. Carr, I've already indicated to you I have jurisdiction. I've explained the allegation.
By the way, I think James asked earlier why sovereign citizens repeat themselves so often. It's because they're following scripts. It's because they're following scripts and flow charts that they buy from sovereign citizen gurus. So they're trying to follow the script. So if they say something from the script that doesn't get the response that they expect based on what the script says the judge is going to say, they'll often repeat it, hoping that eventually the judge will get on script. Because they expect the judge to follow the script too, but of course they don't.
Is that
I'm not going to go in circles. I've explained to you the allegations. So, Mr. Carr, if you are going to continue to go back and forth and not answer my questions, I'm going to set the case for trial today.
I don't understand.
So what would you like to do?
I don't understand how we can proceed.
Okay, so Mr. Carr, I'll find
the flow charts must have a lot of arrows going in circles and loops. No, that would be an accurate flow chart. These flow charts are based on the dreams of sovereign citizens and what they hope will happen or think will happen based on their poor understanding of the law. So yeah, it's a flow chart, but it's not accurate. It's what they imagine will happen following their correct law.
And that you are going to enter a plea of not guilty. I'll enter that on your behalf.
I didn't enter that.
The court will set the case for a jury.
Ultimately, it's a symptom that sovereign citizens all share, and it's that they do not understand that it is never enough to convince yourself of something. They are so fully convinced that the understanding of law that they have received from the internet is on par, if not greater, than that of the judge. And they believe, as long as they know it, the judge must know it. Or if the judge doesn't know it, they need to be informed. And that clearly, because they're so convinced, if they explain it to the judge, well, the judge would have to be convinced. And if they don't, they must be corrupt. They are fundamentally not capable of understanding that your subjective pseudo-legal view is incorrect and not what the courts determined to be an accurate descriptor of the law or how it functions. They do not understand that. So it all has to be corruption in their eyes.
Trial and trial readiness. I'll give both sides 30 days to file motions. The jury trial date is going to be on November 18th back in this division at 8 a.m. The trial readiness.
Can I see your bond, prosecutor's bond, and your license to practice in the state, Colorado? Do you have your bond?
So November 5th at 1:30. So Mr. Carr, those are your next court dates. You're welcome to write them down. So November 5th at 1:30 is trial readiness. Mr. Carr, if you want to file any written motions, you have 30 days to do so. If you do file any evidentiary motions that the court deems necessary.
I guess what I'm saying is sovereign citizens will never be capable of making a good legal argument, because part of making an argument fundamentally involves putting yourself in the shoes of another person who does not agree with you, understanding what they currently believe, and then constructing rhetoric and facts that you believe will take them from where they are subjectively to where you want them to be. Sovereign citizens are basically presuppositionalists who believe judges already know all of this and think the same things I do. They're just hiding it. So they can't construct rhetoric that is persuasive because they don't understand where other people's brains are at. They don't understand other people's opinion and view of these things they're saying.
To have a motions hearing, I'll set it at that time. If you want to hire counsel, you can do so between now and that next court date. We'll see you back here on November 5th.
I don't agree with any of it.
1:30. Okay, thank you, Mr. Carr. Have a great day, sir.
Well, that's the end of that one.
Hope we see more of him. Pretty interesting. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out and watching Sob Sits with me. Really appreciate it. Let's see who we're going to rate on Twitch. I should be around tomorrow. At least I'm going to try to be. I do work early in the morning, but it's a shorter shift, so I'm going to try and maybe take a nap in the middle of the day, and then hopefully I'll be able to stream tomorrow. If not, I'll certainly see you throughout the weekend. We're doing Patreon and regular streams on Sunday. I'm going to try to stream Saturday, but I have some plans, so I don't know if I'll be able to. But anyway, I know someone asked yesterday, or the day before actually, if we could raid Furball Farm. So we will. All right. Have a great night, everyone. I will see you soon. Have some fun stuff for us to take a look at on the docket coming up. So, excited to share it with you guys. All right. See y'all later. Have a great night.